listening to PPRN, motherfucker. You're listening to PPRN. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Fowler hits a fly ball to deep center field. Back goes Davis. Back near the center field fence. At the wall. Home run. Home run, Dexter Fowler. Would you believe a leadoff home run by Dexter Fowler?
Indians got their runner to third. One down for Carlos Santana. He does. Tie game. What a better feeling for the Indians early on here. Tying it up. First and third, one out, and the batter will be Addison Russell.
And the pitch by Kluber. Addison hits a fly ball into shallow left center. Racing in is Davis. The center fielder will make the catch. Bryant's going to tag. The throw to the plate. High. Bryant slides in safe. He slides in under the tag. Cubs lead 2-1.
Here's a fly ball into right center. Back at the wall off the bat of Baez. 4-1. That ball was a rocket out to right center. First RBI of the World Series. It comes in Game 7 for Baez, who's made it a 4-1 lead here in the fifth. John Lester comes in. He worked at home in Game 5 3 nights ago. Lester deals. And this is Ross. Has to hurry. Wild throw. And it will go into the seats. And the runners will end up at second and third with 2 out. The numbers against Lester. Lindor bounces in. It hits Ross. A run scores. Here comes Kipnis. He's safe. It's 5-3. That ball caught him square. And by the time he fell down, got up, Kipnis with great base running is ahead of the tag.
Miller has not pitched since last Saturday, so he's had 3 full days off. Swung on, hit in the air, deep center field. Back goes Davis. Back near the track, near the wall. Davis leaping, and that ball is a home run. David Ross, in his last big league game, homers to dead center off one of the best relief pitchers in baseball, Andrew Miller. Cubs lead 6-3.
Now the game is in the hands of Aroldis Chapman. Line drive into right center field. That ball's down. Taking around third, Ramirez. He will score on an RBI double by Brandon Guyer. It's 6-4.
Sometimes you got to get lucky against a guy like Chapman. You got to guess in an area. Hope he throws it there.
Swung on, line to deep left field. It is gone! Rajai Davis. 6-6.
Rajai Davis, a line drive home run right down the line and left. And these fans are going wild.
Swing and a miss. Throw down to second, gets away. And Hayward will go to third. Go ahead run 90 feet away.
Shaw delivers. Baez bunts at it and fouls it for strike 3. He tried to bunt, and he fouled it, and he's out on strikes.
That's into the shortstop spot. Lindor, what a play! And this game is 6-6 into the bottom of the 9th. Just as we get ready to start the 10th. Grounds crew is told by this umpiring crew and the crew chief, John Hirschbeck, to bring out the tarp.
And here is Ben Zobrist. He has had so many big hits this season. Tie game, 10th inning, 1 down, the pitch. Ground ball to third, base hit down the left field line. The go-ahead run will score. The ball is backhanded by Guyer. Rizzo goes to third. Double for Zobrist. Cubs lead 7-6.
And it comes with second and third and only 1 out and a run in the 10th inning.
The pitch to Montero. Ground ball left field base hit. 1 run is in. Zobrist around third holding. Cubs lead 8-6. Miguel Montero comes through.
Rajai Davis could tie it with a home run. Into center field, another hit. Here comes Guyer. The throw into second. It's a 1-run game. Davis delivers again.
Both teams trying to snap long droughts. The Indians, a 68-year drought since their last title, the longest such drought in the American League, and the Cubs, well, it's been 108 years since their last title. 2 down. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it and throw to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. The Cubs come pouring out of the dugout, jumping up and down like a bunch of delirious 10-year-olds. The Cubs have done it. The longest drought in the history of American sports is over, and the celebration begins.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Yeah. Ready? Let's go. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. Yeah. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise. Get him, Jay. Who you know fresher than Ho? Riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can none of y'all mirror me back? Yeah, hear me rap, it's like Han G rapping his prime. I'm young H.O., raps Grateful Dead. Back to take over the globe, now break bread. I'm in Boeing Jets, Global Express. Out the country, but the blueberries still connect. On the low, but the yacht got a triple deck. But when you young, what the fuck you expect? Yep. Grand opening, grand closing. Goddamn your manhole, crack the can open again. Who you gonna find?
Camden.
I think we need to change our theme song because fuck Jay-Z after yesterday.
Yeah, I told you, Berserk. Eminem.
Him and Beyonce getting paid to endorse Clinton.
Yeah.
Some bullshit. And you know what?
And it's about womanizing, and he's the biggest womanizer ever.
Yeah.
Listen to his music. Didn't he just get beat up by a girl?
Did he?
Yeah, in the elevator.
Good.
Fucking stupid. Morning, everybody. It's Sunday.
How about them Cubbies?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Cubbies.
108 years.
Listen, let me tell you something. That fucking series was in the fucking fix from the beginning.
Nah, baseball's it's almost impossible to fix, dude.
You can't fix it. We were discussing this with someone that we know. You can't fix baseball.
Why can't you?
Because it's not like the NBA and the NFL where you have referees that can make, call foul, and the other team will constantly get 2 free throws or 15-yard penalties, vice versa in the NFL. Baseball umpires don't have, as much power to the direction where the ball is going. They have no direction. Or
The MLB can want one team to hit, but you can't have them go up there and hit a home run every time
yeah,
they want to go up
it's
there.
impossible.
It's not. It's not like football where you just throw the ball.
You
20
can make
yards.
bad calls on purpose, but there's still ways to put runs on the board, and they can't do anything about it. Whereas the NBA and NFL and all the other sports, there's a way. In the NBA, there was actually a referee who got fired because of he was giving teams advantages. I think his name was Tim Donahue, and he was helping out the Spurs win a lot of basketball games.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
JK.
You got my hopes up.
If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. I love you.
See?
JK.
JK hashtag.
All right, let's get into Game 7. I want to talk about that.
Talk about it. The boys are on their own today because I know shit about sports. So.
Right.
Literally.
It's all right. I'm ready to roll.
All right, good.
All right, the first
Steak and egg and cheese.
First thing I want to talk about is Joe Madden. For me, my personal opinion, Joe Madden ruined his legacy with that game.
Speaking of Joe, can we get rid of Joe Buck too in baseball?
Oh yes, please.
Yeah, he doesn't.
All I gotta say,
hey,
whoever scores the most runs, they're probably gonna win.
No, Trev. What you gotta say is, if Aroldis Chapman is not in on the mound, then someone's pitching that isn't Aroldis Chapman.
All right, I want to talk about Joe Madden because for me, he ruined his legacy with that game. He had so many questionable decisions. For the first one that just sparks the entire game of bad decisions. Hendricks on the mound, 4 2/3 innings, pulls him in the middle of the inning. He was dominant.
He was
until
doing
that
very
point.
well.
He was dominant.
Absolutely.
What did he give up? 1 run?
Maybe, yeah, he gave up 1 run, and he worked out of a jam when they had runners on first and second, and Napoli hit a liner, and Chris Bryant snagged it. That was the only trouble he was ever in.
And not only does he pull him too early, then he brings in John Lester, a starting pitcher. Obviously, he's very good. He's one of the best in the game.
Yeah.
But he is not a relief pitcher.
No.
How do you bring out a starting pitcher, put him in a jam with guys on, what was it, second and third? How do you do that to a starting pitcher?
You should have got rid of Chapman, too, by the way.
Chapman should have even pitched, in my opinion.
He should have pitched Game 7, absolutely.
Well,
Should've pitched Game 7.
the ninth inning should be his. He should have came in at the bottom of the eighth.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that.
He was getting so tired, and
He's
could tell
tired, dude. It was either the last 3 days or games that he threw 90 pitches. Most relief or closing pitchers don't throw that many pitches for like a week or maybe even 2 weeks.
What is the pressure on someone like Chapman? World Series, Game 7, top of the 8th, or whatever he was pitching.
Oh, it's ginormous.
What is the fucking pressure? And then people are just hitting off you left and right.
You can't even explain it.
Most of the batters were smart. They were finally doing what I said. If you want to hit off Chapman, choke up on the bat and don't put any power into that swing. Don't try to go power for power. Make solid contact. You could hit the ball deep.
That game looks like it was going to be doomed from the get-go. Fucking first you had that, and then you had the rain delay.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like the longest World Series ever, wasn't it?
It
wasn't the longest, but it was
7-1.
No, you know what I have to say about Game 7? That is exactly why that game right there. Why I have told you and Brian week in and week out that baseball is not boring. That was the best World Series game I've ever watched in my life.
And it was the last one of the season, so do the math. Keep wanting more.
Did it not interest you?
Yeah, I actually watched it. I was in Rhode Island, though, so I had no choice to watch it. But, yeah, I actually watched it. I was in my hotel room all by myself watching it.
Wow. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I know. I was like, nothing
I am proud
Law
of
and
you.
Order was old. And
This is the guy who, here comes my inner Chris Collinsworth. This is the guy who told us that you can't watch baseball ever because it's too boring and it takes too long.
You want me to make you happy with my mouth?
I bet you're watching that game, though, and like things that we said are coming into
Yeah,
play.
it is.
You're like,
It is.
Wow.
I'm saying to myself when I watch any sports, I'm like, how do they remember names and shit? I'm trying to write it down. Like, I remember Chapman, like, all right, yeah, I remember that. I mean, I could probably get into sports more and do stuff, but I have to learn. I have a bad memory. You know, like, fucking Cowboys are my favorite team. I don't know everybody.
Yeah.
I know Witten, I know Williams.
You're
I
never
know.
going to know everybody, especially a football team.
No, you really got to like study your team hardcore if you want to know every single player on a football team or any team. Like I couldn't name the entire bullpen for the Yankees because they constantly go back and forth through AAA team, so you never know.
Going back to Joe Madden though, so he pulls Hendricks after 4 2/3. He had only given up 4 hits. Brings in Lester in that tight situation. He is obviously not used to coming into the middle of an inning, inheriting runners that are not his own, especially in scoring position. I don't know if it was first pitch, second pitch, or whatever. I can't remember. First batter, extremely wild pitch. Both runs come around to score, and that just deflates him.
Yes.
He did a tremendous job coming back out and only giving up those 2 runs, but it's pretty crazy to think that Joe Madden thought it would be a good idea to bring in a starting pitcher in that spot instead of just leaving in the dominant Hendricks.
The game could have been through 9 innings. It wouldn't have gone to overtime with most of the decisions that Joe Madden made.
Dude, what I don't understand, Hendricks was only 63 pitches into the game.
He should have went at least 6 or 7 innings, to be honest. He was very
He
dominant.
should have just finished that inning.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, you're up by 4 runs. Why are you taking him out when you're up by 4? There was no sign of him lobbing curveballs right over the middle of the plate. He had great control, great command. Corey Kluber, on the other hand, I mean, he pitched decent, but you got to remember, short rest.
He's exhausted, man.
They were all exhausted.
Last series, he pitched on short rest multiple times, too.
Mm-hmm. It was a great World Series.
But so now we fast forward. We could go to where Pete was talking about, where it's the bottom of the 8th. Lester gets 2 guys out. Mm-hmm. Very easily, actually, gets 2 guys out.
Yep.
And he gets it was a hard hit ground ball up the middle. But the shortstop, he got there easily. He actually overshot his dive.
Yep.
And that's how the guy ends up
when
getting
it all started.
On first. And what makes no sense to me is then Madden comes out and he wants to bring in Chapman. All right. Lester, again, has been dominant to this point. The only 2 runs he gave up was the wild pitch when he had first come in, which is, for me, it's understandable not being used to that situation. Just the extreme pressure, not wanting to give up the big runs.
Mm-hmm.
He comes and pulls him out and brings in Chapman, the exhausted Chapman. Not only did Lester get through that inning easily, the guy that's on first base, to me, is not even his fault. That play should have been made.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It was unlucky, too, because when he hit off his glove, it went all the way to second base.
That's like Addison Russell's. That would have, if they counted it as an error, obviously it wasn't because it was a hard play.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been his, third of the game? He tried to turn double play, dropped it because he tried to grab it barehanded.
No, they had 3 double plays or 3 errors up to that point.
Yeah, and he had 2 of them.
Baez had 1. I think the wild pitch was not considered an error, too.
Wild pitch is not an error.
No, I thought it was considered an error. No, you might be right. No, the throw by David Ross. That was an error.
Yeah, that ball should have been stopped.
Where's that pizza?
Same.
I forgot the pizza.
God damn it.
But
he should have held on to that ball.
And being not a sports person, I'm watching the guy, and he's fucking, you could see he's hurting. He's just
yeah, Chapman, absolutely.
Yeah, he
He
was
was
hurting.
grabbing his shoulder in the
I wanted to
dugout.
hug him.
See, I definitely understand. I definitely understand, bringing him in for the 9th inning. He's your closer. It's the last game of the season. If he has a slight injury after it, you know what? He has 6 months to rest.
Right.
But up until that point, I'd say one of the best postseason pitchers of all time on the mound. He pretty much he would have got through the 8th inning easily. You got to at least leave him in there for one more batter. He could have got. I don't even know who the next guy up was, but I have faith in Lester that he would have got through that next guy.
I want to say it was Connor Gillespie.
So he didn't get the win?
Gillespie.
Lester got the win.
Lester got the win. Chapman didn't get the
Lester
win?
didn't get
No,
the win.
Lester didn't get the win.
Chapman got the win.
Oh, good. At least he got something out of it.
No,
Yeah.
but then Chapman comes in. Yeah, what did he walk the first guy?
I think it was either a walk or the guy doubled to right center field.
I
It was
don't know
one
what
to
was,
two.
But, and then this non-home run hitter comes up.
Rajay Davis, Connecticut on.
Non-home run hitter. I repeat again, a contact dude. He's a speedster. He's not a power guy. And it's just Chapman he couldn't make his pitches. He really couldn't. The pitch that Rajay
The pitch
hit
that, it was
wasn't a
low
bad
inside.
pitch.
It was
low in.
actually a pretty good pitch.
No, but if there's a pitch that a hitter in the MLB is going to take a 105-mile-an-hour fastball, it's going to be low and inside. They're not going to hit the pitch that's up at their belt high. They're not going to get around on it. And if they do, they're going to pop out.
Yeah, A-Rod explained that to Valdi. It's easier to hit a pitch that's down low that it goes that fast than it is to go
Yeah,
high.
'cause you can't get your hands around
Right.
up high. Especially squared up is good enough to hit a home run. But so obviously Chapman gives up that big home run, tied at 6.
Tied at 6.
And
Head
going
to the 8th inning, and then Ben Zobrist took over.
No, they went to the 9th first.
Well, yeah, they
They
went to the 9th.
and
Oh,
Chapman-
yeah,
I
remember
give
when
Chapman a lot
things
of-
looked like it was going the Cubs' way when Hayward stole second, bad throw, went to third base, and then at a full count, this is where Joe Mann messed up too because
Again, his third mistake of the game.
Javier Baez goes up with the 3-2 count and tries to do the squeeze. He bunts and he fouls it, so that's an
Well,
automatic
I
count.
want to say Baez tried to. Joe Madden tried to.
Yeah, no, I said Joe Madden made him do it. I don't agree with that either. You got a full count, one down.
Baez
Why
had one
you,
of the hottest bats
Why you
in the
squeeze?
postseason.
Yeah, he
I
already
don't
hit a home
understand.
run in that game. So what was the point?
A fly ball gives them the lead.
Yeah,
going into the
why-
bottom of the
why
ninth
try
of the World
something
Series.
cute?
Even if he hits a ground ball in the infield, it gives Hayward a chance to score. He's not one of the fast guys, but he's not one of the slowest either.
Yeah.
It gives him at least a chance to score, especially if he's running on contact. It would take a perfect throw, perfect transfer.
Everything.
It's just I don't understand the play call on that. Especially the commentators are sitting there going, well, even though that didn't work, Joe Madden still made the right call because now you got Dexter Fowler coming up. Yeah, Dexter Fowler was, what was he, 4
He was
for 4
3
at the
for
time?
4 when he was at the dish.
But how does that make any sense? Why would you
It
rather
doesn't.
a guy come up with 2 outs and try to put the ball in play instead of having Baez put the ball in play?
And he actually hit a pretty.
It was a
I mean, it
horrible
was a
call.
little blooper, just like the edge of the.
Yeah, it was a nice play.
That was a fantastic play, but still, like, Baez should
definitely
have
showed
went
his
swinging.
range.
He almost made a game for the Cubs to lose. He really did.
Speaking
Terry
of-
Francona did a great job managing.
So then we moved to the bottom of the 9th, and Chapman, somehow, some way, after giving up that not long home run, but that huge hit, comes out, pitches a 1-2-3 ninth. That was huge momentum for the Cubs. If he comes out and he's not himself on the mound. He tends to get really wild. Doesn't field his position very well. It could have ended very badly for the Cubs. It's a good thing he pulled himself together. And then they go into that rain delay we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where, for me, Jason Hayward is the underlying hero. Chapman was in tears in the dugout after he gave up the big home run. It's obviously one of the worst feelings in the world when you're playing with 25 guys and they give you the ball. They're resting all their faith on your shoulders, and you can't live up to it. He's in tears in the dugout. Hayward pulls them all during the rain delay, pulls them into their clubhouse. Players only, no Madden, no pitching coach, no hitting coach, nothing. Pulls all the players together. They huddle up. He tells them, listen, I don't care if we win or lose. This whole season, we've played together. We love each other. We know each other. Let's go out there and have fun. Who cares if we win? Who cares if we lose? And that to have a teammate that's not even one of the best players on the team to come up to and pull Chapman together like that.
Be a leader.
Show him that they're still together. They're not putting any blame on him. That was incredible.
And honestly, I was surprised to hear that was Jason Hayward because the first person I thought of that would do something like that would be David Ross because, veteran leadership.
Ross, and I would have thought Arrieta, too, just being the player that he is on that team.
And this really does come surprising that it's Jason Hayward because here's a guy who's getting paid over $25 million and didn't live up to any expectations. He hit terrible. He's still hitting terrible. He was good defensively, but just they really signed him mainly almost like for their bat, really, realistically. That's what I picture. I picture Hayward with his bat. And for him to just get everyone together and rally the team, unbelievable.
Let's not forget, everyone was throwing a huge fit that Hayward was even in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
After he finished with a 150 average in the World Series, which is obviously horrible.
Oh, yeah.
But
defensively, he helped out a lot. He did good in the bases.
it just goes to show
anything can happen in baseball. That's one
stats
thing.
aren't everything. You still need leaders on the field.
It was a good year for baseball. That's all I could say. 108
Absolutely.
years.
And actually, while we're still on the topic of baseball, I don't want to. Once we're in NFL, I kind of want to stick with it. So,
oh yeah,
I want to talk a little bit about the free agency. Yoenis Cespedes, it's already been declared that he's going to opt out of his contract with the Mets, and I find it absolutely absurd. He's getting paid. What is it right now? $22 million a year, something like that.
Something like that, around that range.
Where does he want to go that he's actually going to get more money than that? That's what I don't.
He's
understand.
not a team player.
Oh, absolutely not a team player. He's very selfish.
So that's why he didn't get signed, because he wasn't a team player, and that's why the Mets waited, and they got him. So why leave? The only team that really wants you, and the only fan base that actually likes you. He wasn't a team player in Oakland, in Boston, in Detroit.
It makes no sense to me why he would opt out of that contract. And if I was the Mets and he tries to come back for more money, I'd tell him no. Absolutely not. Especially, how many games did he miss this year because of an injury?
Mm-hmm. And he went golfing during the injury. Do you remember that?
Golfing during the injury. What about the first play of the game where the ball just popped out of his glove because he didn't use two hands? Simple routine mistakes.
Yeah. So I'm looking at all the free agencies right now.
Another thing I want to watch this offseason is Chris Sale. We can't forget about that mishap with the front office. He wants out. He wants out. Him at the deadline. They decided they were going to wait till the offseason. So we got to watch.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of moves for the White Sox.
Is Chris Sale a free agent or is he?
Let me check up on that because I have it loaded up. I have it loaded up right here. I don't know why they have differently from right-handed and left-handed pitchers.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Nope.
Yeah, I think he has 1 year left after that then. I think he's part of the huge free agency market at the end of the 2017 season. But he's definitely a situation that you have to watch. I think he'll end up getting dealt before spring training. And another thing to talk about, since obviously we're in the Yankees
You know who's
going
to get paid? Mark Trumbo. He's a free agent this year. He's going to get, like when Nelson Cruz got after he left Baltimore.
He needs to get checked for some roids.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe the Red Sox will sign him so Encarnacion will stay in Toronto.
Yeah, Encarnacion's going to be free agent. Jose Bautista. I feel like one of them will go back to Toronto, though. I really do feel it.
Oh, Joey Bats will. But Let's talk about the Yankees a little bit.
Why do you feel that?
Because they have, like, Jose Bautista especially has such a hard love for Toronto.
You can compare it to like the Dez DeMarco Murray situation. Like, you know how it was like two big names, you're only going to keep one. Like it's almost kind of like that. Except I can see both of them. Joey Bats wants a long-term deal. I could see Encarnacion signing a 1-year deal just to like because Donaldson's there for 1 more year. It's like they have that dominant team for 1 more year if he stays.
Okay. All right.
Well, let's talk about the Yankees a little bit for next season. Next season, they have Greg Bird coming back, first base. Now they have, oh God, if I can't think of his name.
Gary Sanchez?
No, not Sanchez, outfielder.
Clint
Aaron
Frazier?
Judge.
Aaron Judge?
They have Aaron Judge. They have pitchers coming up. Frazier, isn't he the pitcher?
No, he was the outfielder. He was the redhead outfielder. I don't remember, honestly, any of the minor league pitchers' names, but I remember being top prospect.
All these young guys coming up.
That we got from the Indians for Andrew Miller.
All these young guys coming up. Their bats looked very good. They had a lot better discipline at the plate compared to the old vets. Like Teixeira usually is a guy that draws a million walks and slap the ball. God, why can't I talk today? Teixeira, either like it was a bomb, a walk. He was always on base, and these past couple of years, he was horrible. To see these young guys come up was so refreshing. It was the only thing they need right now is pitching. Severino, I don't know what happened to him. He fell apart. He needs to work on a couple things.
If he can't fix his gig as a starter, he was dominant coming out of the bullpen in the 8th inning. Because when you watched him pitch in the first inning, he would strike out batters and make them look silly. But then they get used to the fastball and the slider.
It's the second time through the lineup. Every time.
Mm-hmm.
How do they go about rebuilding themselves, though? I think they really need a big rebuilding.
That's what they did.
They did that this year.
Remember
That's why when they traded Chapman and Miller, they got a bunch of young prospects, upcoming players.
They traded
and Beltran,
all the old guys, Beltran, Chapman.
So they did what the Cardinals did a few years ago.
Yeah, and that's what Theo Epstein did with the Cubs. Like, what was it, 3 years ago? When
Soriano, he traded.
He traded all the old guys. So we got to start new. It's going to take a couple years. Just have faith.
So next year's not a good year either.
Next year will be okay. We're not gonna. If we make the playoffs, it'll be through a wild card.
You think so? Okay.
But the year after,
but we got to see how it goes through with free agency too. Because now we're getting a bunch of money because Teixeira retirement, A-Rod's done. I don't know if they're still going to be paying A-Rod.
Pay him out because they released him.
Oh, okay, so they're going to get more money now. A lot of Yankee fans are hoping for the signing of Bryce Harper. I think Bryce is going to leave Washington. I can't really say what team, but I think he's going to leave because if he wanted to stay, they would have worked something out in the beginning of the year with an extension, wouldn't you think?
No, because a lot of the big names now want to test the market just so they could be like, see, these guys are going to give me this much money, so if you match, I'll stay.
He's going to get paid. Top 5 player in the MLB. Who else we got out there? Not really many catchers, but one catcher that does come to mind, Wilson Ramos. Only 29 years old, so he'll probably look for the 6 to 7 year contract with good money. Came back on a year where before he was absolute trash, and this year he comes back and he had a phenomenal season.
Can't forget about Chapman either.
Yep.
That's going to be a big...
Chapman, Andrew Miller, I think, is a free agent too.
No, I think he had signed a 3-year contract with us when we traded him. But Chapman, I had already told all the Mets fans this, watch, I guarantee the Mets at least get close to signing him because Familia just got arrested a couple days ago. I don't remember what for, but he got arrested a couple days ago.
Probably beating his wife.
Yeah, I mean, most likely, but it's just he cannot do the job anymore. He ruined that wild card game for them. He ruined so many games. He can pitch when it's a safe situation. He can't pitch when it's a tie game. And as a closer, you have to be able to just shut them down whenever needed, just like Miller did for the Indians, just like Chapman was doing for the Cubs.
Yoenis Cespedes?
Yoenis
Cespedes,
yep.
Is a free agent this year. He's
Yeah.
opting out of his contract with the Mets. Is he going to leave New York?
That's what we just said.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about before.
Okay. $75 million deal?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What?
And he's opting out of it.
They offered him $75 million?
Yep.
Andrew Miller is still under contract, yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So if you want to call in and talk a little bit baseball, because it's probably the last time we talk baseball until all the free agents start signing, 203-992-776.
Same.
What about, let's see, Strasburg pitches
Oh,
Nationals past bang up 3 months?
Yeah,
All right, that's what I want to talk about, too. They signed him to a huge extension back in, what was it, May, April?
Mhm.
They gave him, 6 or 7 years? 160
70, I think.
Yeah, something around there, around that number. $170 million, 6 years. This is a dude that already had one Tommy John surgery. He's already having elbow issues. He didn't pitch them in the postseason because he's having elbow issues. How do you give a pitcher in this time era where pitchers aren't stable, they're injured every 2 weeks? How do you give a pitcher that much money that's already had the history of this injury?
He's really got to change the motion way he pitches, because they showed it in slow-mo. When he releases the ball, he's literally snapping his elbow to where it's like popping out every single time he throws the ball.
Can't change a pitcher's motion.
He's got to do something with, I don't know. He's got to
If
find
anything,
a
he'll
way.
end up retiring. There's nothing else he can do.
They're saying
That's how
something
he
about the
throws.
Angels. It says perhaps the only team more desperate than the Giants for an impact bat would be the Angels, aside from Mike Trout and Albert Pujols. They struck very little fear into the opponents in 2016, adding Cespedes. Cespedes would at least lengthen the lineup.
Well,
they're also
clubs-
a franchise in need of a complete overhaul as well.
Yeah, that's
Clubs
actually really
haven't
interesting.
confirmed, but there are rumors going around they traded the Tigers for Cameron Maben, who had a pretty good year with his
Yeah, I
bat.
still haven't heard
Well,
anything about
Cespedes
that,
would be
though.
just a Band-Aid, not a true fix.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
but that
And
would
they
be
got,
a very
there's
good
a
addition.
lot of mess right now in Los Angeles with the Angels.
Well, the
their
Angels
pitching staff.
Fucking hire Tebow.
The Angels had thought that they were going to have a huge signing in Josh Hamilton, who, what did he play, 30 games for them?
Yeah.
He relapsed on cocaine, on alcohol. He was getting drunk every night again.
Yeah.
Never ended up playing for them. They traded him back to the Rangers. I don't even think he's still playing.
No, the Rangers dropped him.
College news, I guess Mississippi State got a new coach, John Cohen. AD. With AD, assistant director, athletic director. Okay. All right, so yeah. I've talked about baseball.
Also, while we're still on, I know we talked about the rain delay a little bit, but how ridiculous was that in Game 7 of the World Series, what ended up being the last inning, they go into a rain delay.
For 15 minutes. Like, what was the whole point?
No, but imagine
yeah,
if it was an hour and a half,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they send
or
the
if it
players
was
back
like
out.
with the Yankees and the Rangers, where you had to wait 3 hours.
And then they send the players back out. How ridiculous would that have been to have, say, I don't even remember who the Indians had on the mound.
It was Shaw, Brian Shaw.
But how do you send him back out on the mound in the 10th after sitting for that long? That would have been ridiculous.
That was a big mistake.
I mean,
that
you might
was
as well.
probably the only mistake Francona made.
At that point, you might as well play a Game 8.
Mm-hmm.
There's more talk. Bautista is going to be getting $17.2 million to stay.
No, that's just the qualifying offer. That's as long as guys that they had signed, you send them. It's called a qualifying offer, and it's just if they go sign somewhere else, you get a compensated draft pick.
Oh, okay.
He's most likely going to decline that because he wants a long-term deal.
That's why you guys are here. Diamondbacks have named Torey Lovullo as their new manager.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Didn't see it either.
Royals declined option to RHP Luke Hochevar.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Oh, another player that might get traded this offseason, Wade Davis.
Oh, Indians fire Hawkins. No, former sister Steve Bartman overjoyed with the Cubs will be at the parade. Cubs to appear on Saturday Night Live, and the Big Bang Theory cast looking gorgeous. So what the hell is that in there for?
That was a sponsor ad.
I know. Diamondbacks claim OF Jeremy Hazelbecker off waivers. What's that all about?
I never even heard of him.
He's in Diamondbacks apparently. All right. Anything?
Let's talk about
no more baseball.
Let's talk about one guy specifically from the Chicago Cubs. Stayed loyal for 6 years. Anthony Rizzo. Team was losing constantly.
Wouldn't you say the whole team stayed loyal for fucking 90 years?
Well, especially him, though, because they were trying to build the team around him. He was an upcoming star.
right.
Everybody was saying that they should get rid of him because the Cubs are never going to be good. And he stayed. He stayed. Not to mention...
I loved the end of the game. In the last play, he pocketed the ball right away. I loved that.
Every team has a potential of
Did
being
you see
good.
what he
You
did
just
with
need
the
to
ball?
stick with it.
Yeah, he put it in his pocket.
Yeah, but did you see what he did at the parade? He gave
Nah.
it to the owner. Gave that ball to the
See,
owner.
that thing of giving up, every team has a potential of being good. That's the key word. If you stay a team.
And then I think my favorite part of the game, Chris Bryant, the last play, he's smiling as
through
he's
the
picking
whole
up the
process.
ball. And he even trips before he threw it. He threw it, and he still threw a dart to Rizzo.
He had to.
Oh, man.
You know, I don't know if many people know this, but I read an article yesterday that Anthony Rizzo in his life was actually battling cancer. I never knew that. He battled cancer, he beat it, and now he's a World Series champion. So good for...
I don't know if it's true or not.
Look at Pino up
be a really
20.
good story.
Look at Pino up 120.
Who the hell did... No, that's how many points you projected. You knew that.
That's this week, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing Steven this week, huh? We're both 3 and 4. How's he in 4th and I'm in 6th?
Points.
Points, so. Okay. I got to change my shit, don't I?
Same.
So here comes a question that I'm pretty convinced that a lot of baseball analysts will be talking about. Where does Ian Desmond go from here?
Stays with the Rangers.
I don't know.
Stays in center field.
Do
they had
you
a good
think
squad.
he would want to stay in center field instead of go back to shortstop?
Absolutely. He had a good transition year. He had a very good transitional year.
This is very awkward because the page I'm on has him listed as a left fielder and center fielder.
Yeah. Outfield is outfield. It doesn't matter where they are. They're placed there based on their arm.
Carlos Gomez, too. I think he should stay with the Rangers because...
oh, God, he's ass.
What he was built around in the Astros was they wanted him to be the leader. I don't think he's...
He's not a leader. He's too immature. He's very immature. If he hits a triple, he's running around the bases taunting everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What player isn't immature?
Most of them. What about, what's it? Oh, jeez. Ben Zobrist, dude. Back-to-back World Series
Ben
titles.
Zobrist. That's funny.
Do you know that he's actually the first ever Cub to win World Series MVP because they didn't have MVP?
Well, yeah, because they
back
haven't won
in
in
the days.
108 years.
Yeah, no, but they never had MVP back in the day. This ace.
Your mom's into sports, isn't she? A lot.
No.
No?
No.
She just likes her son talking on the radio?
Apparently.
Congratulations on your wedding, by the way.
Congrats, Mama.
Congrats. Aw,
Same.
congrats, Mama. Aw. She's Spanish now, right?
I guess you can
Legally?
say that.
Okay. Let's see what's going on here.
So, do you think Mike Napoli's going to get paid?
No, he's too old. Way too
35
old.
years old, yep. Did you see, you heard the things about how he was always showing up to the field tired and everything because he couldn't sleep or
He
anything.
had sleep apnea.
That's curable, by the way.
Yep, he finally got it fixed, actually.
Get off weight. Did he lose weight?
No, it was, what did he say it was? I don't know. I honestly can't remember.
Too much
Yeah, I don't
cocaine?
remember what it
Yeah,
was
probably.
either.
Yeah, it seems to run in the family of
I think it's just
cocaine users.
Just about it for baseball, honestly.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm looking
Not
through the
much
free
to talk
agents.
about.
I thought
Sure.
there was going to be a lot more.
No,
and
it's
there's
2017
You know
season.
what we never fucking catch up on or talk about is college football.
Because I
And
don't
if
know
you
anything
s-
about it.
No, well, yesterday there was a fucking play.
I saw the quarterback that,
I think it was
this game right.
There
game
was
right
that
there.
team, right, where the
It
guy
was Ohio
took-
State versus Nevada, right?
yeah, and they're Ohio-
Nebraska.
Nebraska, yeah.
Nebraska. Did you see that run he made from the end zone?
No.
Did you see the video for it?
I just saw the one that he banged his head on the field and he was laying there not moving for about a half hour.
How fast is the season going when they're already talking playoffs? My God.
Dude, it's halfway over.
I know.
It's crazy.
No, it's fucking
Football's
what, week
almost
9?
halfway over.
Dude, I feel like last week was week 1.
I know. We're week 9, right?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Pats don't even play this week. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
Same.
Well, if anybody is interested in football, we'll give the scores for yesterday was Michigan over Ball State, 52
Western Michigan.
Western Michigan, sorry. Oklahoma over Iowa State, 34-24. UCLA loses to Colorado, 10-20. San Jose State loses to Boise State, 31-45. Louisville over Boston College, 52-7. Wisconsin, 21-7 over Northwestern. Whoa.
Travis
almost
almost
died.
killed himself.
Auburn over Vanderbilt.
I
Mississippi
see why this
State.
chair wasn't being used now.
Mississippi State. North Carolina beats Georgia Tech. Clemson beats Syracuse 54-0. Good Lord.
Same.
Virginia
About
Tech
time.
over Duke 24-21. Oklahoma State. These guys score a lot of points, man. Baylor
Well, they don't
loses.
hold back.
Arkansas wins. Michigan Wolverines, they beat Maryland 59-3. Fuck. West Virginia, Florida State wins. Washington State wins. Penn State wins. Ohio State wins 62-3 over Nebraska.
Honestly, Nebraska
Over
I've
Nebraska,
watched them-
who won the fucking bowl 2
I've
years ago?
watched Nebraska play. When they're on the road, it's a whole different team because when they're at home, they've had 350-some consecutive sellouts,
I mean,
the
when you're-
most in the NCAA. And when they're away from home, they're an entirely different football team.
I mean, I don't know much about college football, but I know when you're playing Ohio State, you're not going to do well anyway. So,
Oh, Alabama does very well over Ohio State.
well, that's Alabama.
Yeah.
But like, I'm talking about like teams like Nebraska. They're not going to do well against Ohio State.
But they're still ranked 10.
Yeah,
Ohio's
but-
ranked 6.
The only time Nebraska's really good is when they're playing at home because you got literally 100,000 fans sitting there screaming their freaking heads off like crazy lunatics.
How does that ranking go? Do people judge it, or do they go by stats? I
honestly
don't know either.
understand it.
I don't either.
The
I
coaches
think
vote.
the people in a room
it's because the coaches vote who they think are the best teams.
Wow.
So that's how the rankings go.
And Washington Huskies. How many Huskies do we have in college? God.
Same.
But that Alabama LSU game was the game that everyone's talking about. Only 10-0. Good defense played, but I didn't stick around and watch it 'cause defense was just phenomenal, but it was boring.
And
to
if
me.
you're into hockey, there's a bunch of games today.
You want to click on NBA and go over some?
Let's go over NBA. All right. So
Yeah, let's actually talk a little bit about
My
KD.
Lakers
Oh, you
took
want to talk
down
about the Lakers?
Golden State.
Now, are they in playoff season or is it regular season? No.
Regular season
Just
just started.
Okay.
Let's talk about KD
Perry?
up against Russell Westbrook. Finally, like, everyone was waiting for this. Everyone thought that Russell Westbrook...
Did you see what Westbrook did?
What, with blocking KD?
No, with the photographer thing.
Yeah.
That's some horseshit, dude.
He was mocking Kevin Durant because during the offseason, Kevin Durant
Kevin Durant likes
to
to take pictures. So he came in with a camera around his neck and the shirt that said official photographer, just trying to taunt the hell out of KD. It's pretty ridiculous, actually.
So Ray Allen is out for good?
Ray
He
Allen retired, yep.
I mean, technically he hasn't played in,
He-
2-3 years?
2 years.
He played last year.
No, he didn't.
No?
Nope. He hasn't
He
played
kept saying he was
going to
come back.
How old
He was
is
gonna
he?
come back, and he didn't.
Over 40.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man. He's
He's a
over
Husky.
40, but he can still
He's
hit
a
that corner
Husky.
three.
He's definitely the reason why the Huskies got to where they are today. Him and Rip Hamilton.
He's got that corner three badge. Just ask 2K, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Who could forget that three-pointer?
He left because of LeBron.
Same.
Where's
Wow. It's right there.
Because when LeBron left Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he left when LeBron.
I was definitely happy to see KD beat Westbrook, though.
I agree.
Put a smile on my
A
face.
lot of people don't like what Kevin
Yeah,
Durant
Matt.
did.
You heard that.
So,
It's a bye week for your fucking.
everyone's wondering why Kevin Durant wouldn't stay with OKC, and the media made it portray as like they were building a team around Kevin Durant when realistically they're building around Westbrook.
Absolutely.
So why wouldn't you leave?
What's your name again?
And I found this stat very interesting because people talk about how Kevin Durant always had the ball in his hands. Not facts, because last year Kevin Durant was on top of the list for most shot attempts with 5 seconds or less under the shot clock. So who had the ball in his hands most of the time? Russell Westbrook.
Same.
Kevin Durant is a better shooter than Russell Westbrook. So, if anything, you want the ball in his hands more than Westbrook's. Both superstars, you can't say that Westbrook's not good, but you got to share the ball around with your best player.
You know what's kind of crazy, though? Warriors lost their second game already. They didn't lose their second game last season until like December 30th.
December 4th, I think it was. But
No, I'm pretty sure it's 30th. I got the update to my phone last night.
30th. Well, I didn't expect to win 74 games.
I didn't
this
expect
year.
them to lose to the Lakers either.
Well, they lost the Lakers last year. I bet you didn't remember.
I remember that.
Yeah. Lost by 20.
Yeah, the Lakers dominated them on Friday, whatever good day it was.
More
My days are all
athletic than
messed
them.
up.
Be able to get all those rebounds. That's all you got to do. Is you just got to out-rebound them, and the game's basically over. Kevin Durant is not a typical power forward. Draymond Green, he's under height for power forward. He's only like 6'8".
I just think it's going to take a while for them
And
to
they
get
got-
used to sharing the ball.
It's
so
going to
much.
take a while with Golden State because it's just like the situation in Miami. You got too many superstars with one team. They got to
Too many
build the
shooters.
chemistry.
Curry gets hot when he shoots a lot, and
Mhm.
he's not going to be able to shoot a lot when he has to share the ball with Clay and KD now.
We discussed this before with how they all said they don't want to give up their shots. Like Klay Thompson said,
Yeah, he's not giving up his
he's
shots.
not giving up his shots, his fair shots. The only person that I think is fully committed to doing it is Draymond Green, but he wasn't really like a big shooter like Klay and Stephen Curry. The Lakers do got some hope. They might actually contend for an 8 seed. I
told you. You didn't believe me.
I didn't think they would, but you know what?
They look good.
They do look good, and Luke Walton definitely deserves a lot of credit for that. The signing of
it's fun to
Timothy
watch them
Mozgov to me was... I couldn't believe when I signed he got a 4 years, $60 million contract, but he's looked pretty good. Julius Randle's starting to use a right hand. So now that's good. D'Angelo Russell finally gets to be himself because he was mentoring himself around Kobe.
Michael Bowes will be happy. LeBron went into 10th on the all-time scoring list.
Now, maybe we could actually debate about something. I think you'll disagree with this, but to me, if LeBron James wins the finals this year against Golden State, 'cause I'm thinking Golden State is going to obviously go to the finals unless the Spurs pass them. If LeBron James wins against a freaking, not even a super team, I think he'd be the greatest of all time.
No.
I understand the amount of times he's lost.
The amount of times
And
he's
the,
lost. The teams that he has around him. You kidding me? He has an all-star team every single year he plays.
The Warriors were an all-star team last year, too.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Steph Curry is the greatest of all time, am I?
Not yet. He's still got ways to go.
He's not going to be the greatest of all time. Michael Jordan will forever be the greatest of all time.
It's up for debate. LeBron's up there with a lot of stats of Michael Jordan. The only thing that he won't do that Jordan did was go undefeated in the postseason.
Not over yet.
Huh?
Postseason? Oh, what do you mean? Like every game?
We're talking about Michael Jordan.
No. No, I'm saying
His career was over a while ago.
You're saying he can't. LeBron can't do the postseason because he already lost one.
No, I'm saying because Michael Jordan, he went 6-0 in the postseason,
Uh-huh.
and LeBron hasn't been. Well, he went 6-0 in the finals.
Oh, okay.
And LeBron's got 3 or 4 losses.
I'm saying is put Jordan with LeBron on a one-on-one. Jordan will kick his ass every time.
Yeah, he would kick his ass. I will give you that because he's got a jump shot at least.
And
deep.
LeBron plays in, sorry for the language, what is now a pussy league where everything is a foul. Every time LeBron flops, he gets 2 free throws. I don't care. It doesn't matter what he does.
He does cry a lot.
He could tackle
No,
someone and he gets 2
does cry
shots.
a lot. He does cry a lot.
And then if he doesn't get the foul, he turns to the ref and says, "Where's my foul?" And then the next play, he doesn't get touched and there's a foul.
Tell him about your match.
Oh, he did.
I did, because LeBron's good, but I cannot stand he's the greatest of all time talk. LeBron James.
He looked like Donkey Kong in the fucking in the stands the other day.
Yeah,
From
he
Cleveland.
jinxed Cleveland.
Yeah,
I hope
he
they
did.
lose. I hope they blow a 3-1 series lead now in the finals.
Yeah, that's another thing, actually, we got to bring up. People talking, just to go back on baseball real quick, because the Indians blew a 3-1 lead, and they were ranked like number 2 on ESPN or some website it was for worst blown lead, or even them comparing that to what the Warriors did last year. Like, how do you compare the two?
Because the Warriors were a very, 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 very good team.
Warriors, yeah, they were a very, very good team, but Cleveland,
Cubs
they
are
were
clearly better
nothing
than
like
Cleveland.
Cleveland was nothing like the Warriors. But the Warriors were considered basketball, and Cleveland was considered baseball. Like, Cleveland had a good year, but they didn't shatter any records or anything like Golden State did. It's not a comparison at all.
I think anytime you blow a 3-1 series lead in the championship, it's a horrible blown series. Doesn't matter what sport it is. You got to win 1 out of 3 games, and you couldn't do it. It's like getting swept in a normal series.
Are we still on basketball?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of on whatever you want to be on.
Yeah. It's one of those free-for-alls today, right?
Yeah. Next hour, talk some football.
No bacon sandwich scream-outs.
I'm very surprised about that.
Bacon! Oh, my God. What a long fucking week.
I'm kind of mad, though.
Why?
My boy Paul George got ejected. I lost some fantasy points on that.
Did you see what he did?
Yeah, he kicked the ball into the crowd.
Hit a girl right in the face.
Good. She deserved it. She shouldn't have been there.
She should have been in the crowd where she paid tickets to watch a basketball
Well, maybe if
game.
she was paying attention, she would have caught the ball and she would have had a souvenir. Did you ever think of that?
This is also true.
I mean, technically, he was just donating a ball to someone, and they weren't paying attention.
He kicked the ball into the stands?
Yeah, I respected him a lot. And then he got ejected, and so
What
I
was he
couldn't
kicking
get
a
my fantasy
basketball
points.
for?
He was mad.
You mad, bruh?
You think? When did it start? Like last week? The season?
Started Tuesday.
Started Tuesday?
I think 2 weeks.
I think
two weeks ago,
NBA
Tuesday.
is starting to become a little bit more exciting. People are actually starting to watch it more.
I'm starting to watch it. I always hated basketball.
Yeah, I think
started
they
watching
are.
it last year.
I think they are definitely.
Kind of proud of myself.
Same. You used to talk so much shit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't stand. Like, dude, when I first started watching it, literally every single series, there was a foul.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It's
Professional or
NBA, yeah.
college,
Dude, I
let's
like
say.
watching college. College is fun to watch.
College, that's what
But,
I'm
like,
saying. What do you
NBA
prefer, college or professional?
Definitely prefer college. Absolutely. Except, well, playoffs, NBA. Like, I love the NBA and playoffs. But college, I would rather watch.
Yeah.
Just
Seems like they get a lot more viewers than
Yeah.
professional colleges. But see, that's the thing. College is good for basketball, not football. But I mean, a lot of people watch football on Saturdays too.
yeah,
It's
a lot of
just-
people watch college football. I just can't get into
Yeah.
it. Every
When
time
it's
I
winter,
try-
that's when they're fucking.
See, the
right
thing
about
that gets me is like every game I try to watch, it's never close.
It's always
If
a
it was-
blowout.
if it was
They always
close, I
show
would
the
watch it.
blowout games.
Yeah. Like if I had a close game that I could watch from start to finish, I'd be interested, and I'd probably watch it every single week.
Yeah.
But every time I literally sit down to watch a college game, it's the first quarter and it's 28-0, and I'm like, why am I watching this? It's a waste of my time.
Next show, we're in the third quarter.
You guys
Ohio
have
State's
cable at
up
the pizza place?
72-0.
Yeah, I have cable. I mean that, and like when I do watch, my team to watch is Notre Dame, and when they have one win, 2 wins on the season, it's not fun to watch.
We got to figure out.
Really?
We have to figure out as a state what needs to be done as UConn. They go up one year, they come down one year. They go up one year, they come down one year. It's just like so hard to stay
I had no
It's
idea.
because
focused on their football.
they're still stuck
Basketball.
with the whole running. They haven't adapted to this.
They
is a
won their
passing
first
league.
year when they bumped up. They won their first year. They won a
Yeah, but
bowl.
the coaches that they have nowadays, they're stuck up with it's a running game. It's a passing game now.
Have you been in
Can
JFL?
I pull a Brian and ask what kind of pasta bowl it is?
Yeah. Have you seen the fucking Doggy games and Sonia games or the Seymour games?
Dude,
They're all running games.
I always go to the
Well, in high
Thanksgiving
school-
Noggy and Sonya game.
It's
I
a big
really
running
don't, I
game.
don't think I'm going to go this year because Noggy just got blown out by Wolcott,
Did they?
like 42-15 or something like that. Yeah,
Are we ever gonna have a good team?
if they're getting blown out by that to Wolcott, I don't know if I'm going to go watch
Ever.
it. Sonya
Yeah, they're not
destroy them.
going to fucking be a contender with it. So, it's Sonia. I think the teams to watch this year is Seymour and Sonia.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised
pretty
with
good.
how good Seymour's been.
Seymour's
Seymour
doing
was
really
always
good.
a team like you would pound on and just not give a crap. They've gotten good.
I'm surprised Woodland isn't any better because Woodland has 3 to 4
Yeah,
towns.
Woodland
in
used
it.
to be really good.
They used to be good.
Yeah, when my nephews were in it, they were really good.
Our cousin played for Woodland. They were good then too.
Same.
Proven fact.
Well, a lot of kids nowadays, it seems like don't
Pussified.
play because their parents won't let them because the whole concussions and all that, and everyone's scared of. To me, football teaches discipline. That's me. I don't.
That's why kids aren't playing.
Yeah.
No one likes discipline. That's why kids aren't playing, and parents are just fucking just
Parents are like,
letting them do it.
too hard hits.
Oh, you're yelling at my son. He's precious. Leave him alone. He tried his best.
I'm so tired.
Same.
Fuck.
Someone call in 203-992-776.
Yeah, next hour will be about football.
Yeah.
Get a little bit more exciting in here.
Same.
Let's recap week 8 when we come back.
Where's that steak?
Recap week 8, fantasy football.
Yeah,
You got any fantasy questions? Call in.
let's take a little bit
Next
break
hour. We're going to take a break.
and come back. We'll be right back. Hey guys, PD the PPRN. Looking for something to do in Naugatuck? Check out D-Man's Bar and Restaurant. It's a local hub offering delicious gourmet burgers, wings, wraps, steaks, and more. Stop by and enjoy their casual atmosphere sitting in the bar, the lounge, or dining room. Or kick back on the patio. D-Man's is located at 1370 New Haven Road in Naugatuck. That's 1370 New Haven Road in Naugatuck. D-Man's is going to be broadcasting live a PPRN radio show on Wednesday, July 20th. Go down and check out the PPRN radio show broadcasting live from D-Man's in Naugatuck, 1370 New Haven Road, Naugatuck, Connecticut. That's 1370 New Haven Road. Go check out their patio, their bar, and their lounge. They have great food, too. Also, don't forget to check out D-Man's throughout the week for drink specials and local talent. Once again, check out D-Man's, 1370 New Haven Road, Naugatuck, Connecticut. Tell them PPRN sent you. J&M Automotive in Naugatuck, Connecticut has been in business for 28 years. They stock over 450 quality pre-owned cars. They have the highest quality cars with haggle-free price, complete financing for all credit scores. They take all traders. They are rated with the Better Business Bureau AAA. They were voted CTI ADA Quality Dealer of the Year. Visit jnmautomotive.com for cars, pics, videos, and descriptions. jnmautomotive.com. They're located in Naugatuck on 756 and 820 New Haven Road with over 250 cars in the lot. Call them at 203-723-5666. That's 203-723-5666. Also, go check them out on New Haven Road and check out their website, jnmautomotive.com. And tell them PPRN sent you.
You're listening to PPRN. Giggity, giggity,
Hi there. And
giggity.
if you need any kind of work done to your car, you can try De Silva's Auto Body, located in Naugatuck at 275 Rubber Avenue. Serving the Naugatuck Valley community with the highest quality of craftsmanship for 25 years, we pride ourselves in delivering on our promise of extraordinary customer service and product satisfaction. We have recently expanded our business with in-house experts and industry gold standard equipment. So once again, give us a call at De Silva's Auto Body, 203-729-5967. That's 203-729-5967. Located in Naugatuck on Rubber Avenue. Once again, De Silva's Auto Body, 203-729-5967.
You're listening to PPRN, motherfucker. This is Doobie from Wipe Snap, and you're listening to PPRN, motherfucker. This is Dewey from What's Snap, and you're listening to PPRN, motherfucker.
Guess who's back? Back again. We got it called on our break.
Oh, now you're not answering. Give us a call, 203-992-7776, 203-992-7776. All things sports.
Let's go to the scores from week 8.
What were
I
we
want
scores
to do it a little different this week. Don't read them all at once. Read one at a time so that we can, like, the game that we saw, like, depict it right there instead of just bouncing.
All right. So, Thursday night's game, we had the Titans and the Jaguars. Titans won that game 36-22.
Jacksonville's rush defense was horrible.
Jackson's defense in general was horrible.
Not only did DeMarco Murray just pick apart that defense, I think he ran 13 times for 115 yards or something like that.
It was something like that. And Mariota threw for 270 and was taken out with like 10 minutes left to go.
Yeah,
in the fourth
DeMarco barely
quarter.
played the second half. I think he played like 4
but
series.
you also I don't know if it was just like a cramp or something, but he also left the game early.
Yeah, his foot.
So
that's what I mean. He rushed
even Derrick
for 100.
Henry, their second back.
Yeah, he destroyed them too. He had his first NFL touchdown.
Jack's got a lot of fixing up to do. I really think it's a coaching thing.
They fired their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
After that game.
I thought they were going to have a fantastic year after all the signings they made in the offseason.
I mean, I know it's garbage time, but they put together a solid 3 drives at the end of the game.
They did. They got
They finally started to
14
look
points
good.
in the fourth quarter.
The next one, that's not much to talk about.
The next one, we had a tie, folks. The Redskins and the Bengals tied 27. Yeah, I'm on week 8.
I thought I talked about that game with Brian.
No, that was with the Seahawks and the Cardinals with Brian.
No,
We were
the Thursday
talking.
night game?
We were talking, and no, that was Sunday's game. You and Brian were talking about.
We were talking about the Thursday night game because he said that nobody's going to watch.
No, we were.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
was- that
I
was-
don't know how. Oh yeah, we
That
did
was-
because that was the
yeah,
morning
that was the
game.
last- I'm
that
pretty
was
sure
the
that was last
morning.
week.
That was the morning game last week. Yep. That was the morning game last week.
Oh yeah,
It is
that's
last
why.
week,
Yeah,
October
that was
30th.
That's why Thursday we talked about it. We talked about that one already. Yeah, go to the next game. We already talked about the Thursday.
Sunday, we had the Chiefs and the Colts. Chiefs won 30-14.
I don't know what's wrong with the Colts, man. They're just atrocious.
They got no offensive line. How about Andrew Luck? They gotta draft some offensive linemen. They're projected a lot of good offensive linemen for the draft this
I
year.
had said this is Andrew Luck's make or break year for me, and he's just showing that he was not worth getting rid of Peyton Manning for.
I still think he's a top quarterback. I just feel like he needs protection. That defense is absolutely weak.
I rate him right next to Matt Stafford. Nothing more.
Let's see. Throughout his career, still a lot of time left for him to progress to what people want him to be. We had the Cardinals and the Panthers. Panthers won the game after coming off their bye week, 30-20. But the Cardinals, they made a late rally. Carolina was up 24-7 at half. And the Cardinals came back and outscored 13-6.
Yeah, the Cardinals are just, I don't know, their defense can't live up to its hype. I don't know what's wrong with them. Carson Palmer isn't as sharp as he was last year.
The ad of Chandler Jones, that it would have helped out a lot.
I mean, if it wasn't for David Johnson, I don't even know if they'd be competing in these games right now, honestly. David Johnson has been amazing. He has 8 touchdowns on the season, two 40-plus rushing games. Just, I don't know, 705 yards on the season. He averages 4.5 yards.
Thought going to be a really big up year for the Cardinals. Same with the Panthers, vice versa.
I want to talk about Cam while we're on the Panthers. Came out and said that the officials don't call the game the same for him as they do all the other quarterbacks. He says he takes too many cheap shots that doesn't get called, unlike other quarterbacks. People tried to come out and say, Brady has 5 roughing the passers while Cam has 0 in the past, 5 years or something, whatever it is. But you know what? Dude, honestly, that's what happens when you're a mobile quarterback. When you give the defense a reason to believe that you're going to run instead of throwing the ball, that's what happens. Brady's standing in the pocket, throws the ball, and then someone takes 3 steps and hits him. That's why he's getting the call. When you're running and then you throw the ball in the run, the players are already committed to coming and trying to destroy you because they think you're about to run for like a 30-yard gain. That's what happens.
Yep.
And even Russell Wilson came out and defended the officials. He was like, listen, when you use the play style that me and Cam use, that's going to happen. You're going to take hard hits. If I didn't want to get hit hard, I'd be playing tennis right now. That was a quote.
I love that. I love that quote because Russell Wilson normally doesn't talk like that. That's
no,
funny.
but it's Cam needs to stop
true,
crying.
yeah.
Just because they're having every time he has a bad game, a bad season, he cries. He throws a temper tantrum, walks off the stage, gives all these excuses. When is he going to learn like the Belichick way or the Brady way? Just stand up there. If you're pissed off, give a one-word answer or say, listen, we have to do a better job. That's it. You don't need to go into any more detail. You don't need to call out the officials in front of the world. You don't need to do any of that.
Good point.
And that's why the NBA fines their players when they talk about the officials.
Basically any league.
No, MLB doesn't.
The Raiders against the Buccaneers. Raiders won the game 30-24 in overtime.
Man, I thought the Raiders were going to fall apart, but they are looking nice.
Dude, look at Derek Carr. He threw for 500 yards that game.
Carr, they have the committee for the running backs, dude. All 3 of them could be starting running backs. They're pretty insane. They have a really good team.
The defensive minded coach and their offense is phenomenal.
Crabtree has 6 touchdowns on the season. Who would have thought Crabtree out of
that
Amari
3
Cooper on
touchdown
that team?
game definitely helps.
Well, yeah, but still.
But yeah, 6 touchdowns. That is because you
them.
would think Amari Cooper would have all those touchdowns. That's the thing with Carr. He's not picking favorites. He's like Tom Brady in a way, you know? Give the ball to him and do whatever.
I would have been very disappointed if they lost that game because Jameis Winston and Patrick, it's just every single time when they need something the most, Winston throws the ball away.
All right. Seahawks at New Orleans. New Orleans won 25-20. What do you think was the problem with that one?
I watched the very end of that game, and I did not like the play call at all. Very last play of the game, they throw a goal line fade from 20 yards out. Made absolutely no sense to me at all.
Maybe like a post route or something.
Run a post route, run a tight end corner, and throw the ball to Jimmy Graham. Something. You can't expect... It was a jump ball. He did win the jump ball. It was overthrown a little bit, so he landed out of bounds. But you can't expect to get a touchdown on a goal line fade like that from 20 yards out. It's not going to happen. Almost never will it happen.
It's unbelievable.
Drew
Brees had a good game, though.
He had a very good game, yeah. And actually, Mark Ingram got benched in the first quarter for losing a fumble. They brought in...
He's not living up to the hype. Everyone thought he was gonna.
Not.
Everyone thought that he was gonna have a good year because last year he had a very good year. Not living up to any hype. That's the problem with the Saints. They really haven't had a dominant running back. I can't remember. Peter Thomas, I think it was their last
Reggie
good
Bush.
running back. Reggie Bush was okay, But everyone expected Reggie Bush to be like what he was out of USC.
Hey, man. Reggie Bush is the boy.
According to Matty D, his second-round pick. We have the Texans and the Lions, 20-13. Texans over the Lions. Brock Osweiler is really not worth any money.
I think this just goes to prove my point even further that Matt Stafford isn't the quarterback everyone thinks he is. How do you lose to the Texans?
They are ranked. Horrible. I don't know. Last week, they were ranked number 2 for best passing defense in the NFL. So, I mean, that helps out a little bit, I guess. But in a way, Stafford...
When you have Brock Osweiler not doing anything for their offense, when you have the ball that many times, you should be able to put up more points than 13.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when Matt Stafford is supposed to be quote-unquote like a deep threat quarterback.
He does got an arm. We can't argue that. He does have a good arm.
Yeah, he's just inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the past 5 years, he just threw the ball up, and Calvin Johnson would come down with it in triple coverage because he's Calvin Johnson.
6'5", freaking beast. Patriots at the Bills, 41-25.
Brady.
Just keep on hating. That's all I gotta say. Keep on hating. Fuels him. Makes him stronger.
Rex Ryan's face that whole game was just like utter disbelief. He was like, wow, this team is 10 times better with Brady.
The Bills had so many penalty calls, though. And you can't argue like they were all against Brady because they weren't. So many holding calls, late hits, and they were late hits.
That's the That has been the problem with this team since Rex Ryan got hired, is their attitude.
That's the problem with Rex Ryan going up against Tom Brady. He's so focused on the team, focusing on Tom Brady, that Bill Belichick can do something in that offensive system to make sure that Tom doesn't have to be as effective, but Tom finds ways still to be effective.
No, Rex Ryan just talks so much shit that his players get hyped up, and then they just think that they could do anything. They try to take all these cheap shots, and they get called for it. They're not going to get away with it, especially when you're going up against... I mean, I am a Patriots fan, but obviously Brady's going to be favored because he's one of the best in the league, so they're going to keep an eye out for cheap shots on him. You're not going to get away with it.
Unless Goodell gears up in officials.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit of a debate about Brady, about a half hour.
The Jets and the Browns. Jets were down 20-7.5, came back to rally to win 31-28. How do you let the Browns compete like that?
Well, the beginning of that game, Jets' offense was not functioning properly.
And their defense wasn't doing anything. Terrell Pryor went past Revis a couple times. He was schooling Revis for a little bit.
Revis, that defense has had problems functioning together as well. Revis is supposed to have help over the top. He's not getting the help when he's expecting it, so obviously he's going to get beat. He's playing under the receiver, and then he just blows by him. He's expecting the safety to be there. And
a lot of times this year, too, they're playing a lot of zone coverage, and he's a man-to-man. And he's playing injured.
He actually came out and said that, well, it's not even just his hamstring. He came out and said that his body just can't handle it anymore.
You think he's going to convert to safety?
I think he's going to retire at the end of, either next year.
He's going to retire?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to convert. I think he'll just retire.
He'll go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt.
Oh, absolutely. Revis Island. I think that torn ACL was part of the downhill of his career.
Yeah.
He came to the Pats, and he was effective. Obviously, I loved having him, but...
He was very good with the Pats.
Malcolm Butler does just as good of a job as he does.
We had the Broncos and the Chargers. San Diego has the most red zone appearances for the offense in the NFL, and they did pretty well. Got 19 on the Broncos. Broncos outscore them, though, 27-19.
Broncos, I'm telling you, I've been telling everyone, they're going to start going downhill.
They are. They're getting a lot of injuries.
It's not even just the injuries.
Talib is hurt.
Simeon isn't.
No, he's not. He's
much.
Not.
They need Paxton Lynch to eventually start evolving up, because if not, Simeon's not going to be able to last in a playoff game.
What do you think of Booker?
He's very good. I like the way he runs his.
I figured this was going to happen again this year with C.J. Anderson. What happened last year with I don't think was it Ronnie Hillman, their backup that took over for C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, because he starts off good and then he struggles throughout the year, and now he's hurt.
They put him on the IR. He's done.
He's done.
Maybe he'll be back for playoffs. Maybe if they're lucky.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know what's up with the Chargers either. 1 week they look like gods, and then the next,
what the
they
problem
look like
is they
Browns,
can't
dude.
finish the fourth quarter. Is their
That's
weak
always
point.
been Phillip Rivers' problem. Always.
Weakest point. All right. We have the Falcons and the Packers. Falcons won by 1 point.
Yeah, that was crazy.
33-32.
Julio Jones finally got the pass interference calls he's been looking for. This whole season, officials have let corners all over him, hanging on to him. Remember that Sherman play?
Yep. Holding on to his arm.
Just because,
that should have been
just because he's really good and it's hard for them to cover him doesn't mean that they should be getting away with all these interferences that they are getting away with. It's just he's finally doing that. Matt Ryan, he's Matty Ice, dude. Came through on the final drive.
He's finally coming through. He's doing very well. Normally,
I think the Packers, they actually surprised me. They did a lot better than I thought they would without having a true running back. Again, this week they're without Starks, but he's returning week 10. We'll see how they can play up. I don't even know who they're playing this week, but the Colts.
The running back?
They're playing the Colts. So they're hoping Ty Montgomery can play, but he's been sick, so we'll see.
He's going to play. He was sick, but he was listed as full participant, taken off the injury report. Sunday night, we had America's Game of the Week that everyone, I guarantee, would say was a very good game. We had the Cowboys and the Eagles. The Cowboys prevailed in overtime 29-23 with Dak Prescott leading the way.
Dude, that last play of that game, too. Where was the man covering Witten? Witten was just standing there, like 5 yards around him, all around him.
First touchdown of the year. First touchdown of the year for Jason Witten. If you look throughout the game, though, to me, I think Carson Wentz was the better quarterback. He had a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is phenomenal. I like him a lot.
He was pressured more than Dak Prescott and was proven to show that standing in the pocket, better pocket passing quarterback than Dak Prescott.
I think the Eagles showed the Cowboys what Prescott needs to work at because all the pressure, when they kept bringing pressure on him, he was finally making like inaccurate throws that we haven't seen from him at the beginning of the season.
Yep. How long has Witten been in the league?
A while.
Over
40 years?
40.
He started when fucking Emmett retired, didn't he?
Hey, you know what? He's a good leader, though.
No, he wasn't there when Emmett retired.
I like him and I like Elliott.
I like Williams. I think Williams is doing really good.
Terrence Williams, you like him?
Yeah, I do.
Except
I actually like Elliott,
you would
too,
be
man.
8-0 if it wasn't for him.
Well,
7-0.
What did he do?
When he didn't get out of bounds, so they could kick the winning field goal.
No.
I thought they spiked the ball in time, though.
Happens.
I thought they spiked the ball in time with 1 second left, but
shit happens.
He should have got out of bounds. He's stupid.
He definitely should have went out of bounds. I mean,
you know what?
It would have been like a 58-yarder. Dan Bailey's one of the best kickers in the NFL.
And nobody thought that they were going to be 6-1 either.
Debatable.
Did they? Did we?
Debatable.
Children.
Debatably debatable.
Whatever. I win the win, bro. Your one loss sucks, too. What are you going to do?
Everyone was saying Prescott looked good in the preseason.
Yeah. Everyone was high on Prescott. They were right to be.
So let's talk about that. Where now that he's suiting up, do they make the decision of not letting him come or Romo come back?
You have to let Romo come back.
Why do you have to let him come back? It's just like
you're gonna let a quarterback sit on your bench making $20 million.
Trade him, pay his contract out.
Trade deadline's already up.
Oh. Yeah, because you know what, quarterbacks get cut all the time.
You know what? I'd let him go play, and then I'd say, hey.
Yeah, second sprint.
I'd pull my center to the side. Hey, let him take a hit, because then he's out for the season again.
Oh, yeah. No, let him play, but.
Honestly, I would
if he's not producing, put Prescott back in.
Well, yeah, that's probably what they'll do. But
or switch them both up. Let them both play quarter.
If they make the transition to put Romo back as starting quarterback, I'd put Dak out there for Wildcat plays, honestly.
I would too. Like what, third quarter fucking conversions and shit like that? Or
no, like just like any play. Wildcat is where it's usually when the running back like takes the snap directly, but he can also throw the ball because like he used to play quarterback or something like that.
Right.
So if you do that with Dak, it's like he has the running opportunity, but he can also throw the ball.
You're live on PPRN All Things Sports.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
All right, so I hear you guys talking about Romo and Prescott. So how do you guys feel about this game today? You think it's a trap game?
What was that?
What do you mean by that?
The Cowboys versus the Browns.
Oh, Dak's going to destroy them, man.
You think the Cowboys are overlooking the game?
They
What do you
might
mean
be.
overlooked?
They might be. They might be going in there with not like with the way
Yeah, I know.
they've been playing. They might be going in there with like,
Yeah, I see what
yeah,
you're saying.
let's not take a fucking chance.
I think that's what happened with the Jets last week too. Is they went in there and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna beat them
Because
easily."
Cody Kessler isn't playing bad, and with Terrell Pryor at receiver, I mean,
Yeah, even Isaiah Crowell in the backfield too. He's putting together a really
this would
good
be a
season.
good week to put Romo back in.
yeah. Honestly, you should put in Romo.
Why not? I mean, he's practicing. Fucking put him in. Let him get hurt more. I don't want to see the guy get hurt.
If there was any week for Romo to return, it should have been this week against the Browns.
I don't want to see him get hurt. I mean, I have faith in him. I mean, I have to.
I think you should just put him in for a few drives.
Yeah, but
let him get some practice in.
He's gonna get the fucking stadium booing him. The
Now,
stadium's going to be booing him. He's not going to have a great.
Who cares?
He's
It's
not going to have a great.
Cleveland. What do they have the right to boo about? They just
They
lost
have a
the
right
World
because we
Series.
finally won after 20 fucking something years.
No, but
we don't want
if
to.
Romo suits up, I definitely think like if Dak puts up a good amount of points and they're up 3 touchdowns, they should put Romo in like the last 5 minutes of the game or something.
Why?
Exactly.
Leave him out.
Because you don't want to throw him in cold turkey.
Well, the money that you wouldn't pay Prescott, you're taking back so it kind of evens out. You're not paying Prescott $800,000, and you're paying Romo $20 million. So what? If you pay,
If they weren't going to play Romo, they would have traded him before the trade deadline. He's going to play. And honestly, if you guys make playoffs, I would rather have Romo leading my team than
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would rather have Romo's experience over a
So
young
you're telling
kid
me
going
Elliott
in.
and Williams and all them don't have the momentum going with Prescott right now, saying I don't want to
Aaron
catch for
Williams
Romo.
Look
isn't
at
that good,
Because
actually.
especially Williams and Witten, who've been losing all these years with Romo. Why,
I'm pretty sure Dez would rather have Romo taking the snaps than Prescott.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely. I could see the frustration on him when I'm watching the games.
Then
That
guess
Sunday
what
night
happens
game,
to Dak next
you know how
year?
many
He
times,
leaves.
You know how
No,
many?
he won't leave.
You know how many times Dez was wide open and Prescott wasn't even looking
Yeah.
at him? He was looking at Beasley.
Prescott only looks for Beasley.
Yeah, right? Dude, you could literally
He only
watch
looks for
Prescott's
Beasley.
eyes follow Cole Beasley across the field. You have to.
Maybe
like,
they have a rapport with each other though. Wasn't Romo with Witten all the time and
Romo's Dez and Witten.
and Dez? Yeah.
I know, but it's Dez Bryant.
Yeah,
You gotta
exactly.
Throw it up there.
Yeah, but Dez is almost retired. He's
No.
No,
give him one more.
Never,
Dez
dude.
is 29.
Oh, he's 29.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
got a lot of years
when
left.
you have Dez Bryant on
Dez
your
makes
team,
shit happen.
still for me, you are failing as a quarterback when you're not putting the ball in Dez Bryant's hands. I'm sorry. You are.
Because they're trusting Elliott too much now. They're
I
doing
mean,
the
there's
There's
running
a right
game.
to trust Elliott.
Yeah,
There's
there's a right,
right
but
to trust Elliott.
That's Junior Emmett. That's Emmett Jr. to me right there.
Yeah, he's very good. I love watching Emmett or
Which
Elliott.
is nice
Elliott.
because
he
after
runs right at the defender. He's like, "Come get me! Come get me!"
He's very elusive. dude.
Cowboys have always had a good running game. Though.
Oh, always, because that offensive line is
Yeah,
just
that's what I figured.
untouchable.
The offensive line.
And that's the other
Yeah,
thing too.
so
Would Prescott
dude,
be as good?
I don't
with
know though, because Romo is such a fucking
Pussy. You're right.
He is, dude. But
And
Every
be-
fucking 2 games, my fucking back hurts.
and being a Cowboy fan since the 70s, man, it's
dude, you know what? People,
you've seen this shit happen.
Hey.
And he needs to just sit out.
you can't forget last
Sit
season.
out.
Last season, people were having the same debate about Peyton. Everyone was saying, leave
And,
Peyton
like-
out. Leave Peyton out. Let Osweiler play. What did Peyton do? He went and won them a Super Bowl. Yeah, he didn't play at his best, but they still won.
Yeah, but that's
Exactly.
like all right. You like being a kid. This is a bad analogy. But you're a kid. You're going into a coloring contest. Robbie fucking does most of the picture for you, and then you go to do
Dude.
the end of it, and you win the prize. That's not fair to Robbie.
He still gets a ring.
Still though.
Dude, it's like my penis is 10 times the size of Romo's. He's such a fucking-
Probably Robbie's too.
I don't know. I think me personally, I think they stick with Dak. That's me.
No, they're gonna start Romo. You
I
can't-
would say stick with him just to fucking keep the momentum. You're going to lose momentum. You're going to lose pride.
Well, you're not really
All right,
going to
so
lose.
Hey,
What
can you
happens
turn your
but-
radio down, please? It's echoing here.
So what happens?
Oh, sorry.
What happens per se if
Thank
Prescott
you.
goes in and gets destroyed by the Browns? Say it happens. I don't think it's going to happen. What
And
happens?
it's going to happen.
No,
this
but
week,
what
'cause
happens?
we're-
What happens if they lose like 21-10 against the Cleveland Browns?
Well, if they
Everyone's going to come out and say,
you didn't have to hang up, but thanks for calling. If they lose to the Browns today, it's going to be because here goes conspiracy theory. It's because they wanted them to, and they wanted to prove that they don't really need Dak. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, now let's get Romo back next week. I know it all sounds like conspiracy theories, but
No,
come
it
on.
won't be. That's what's going to happen though. That's what I'm saying. Like everyone's saying, "Oh, we have
See,
to
he
stick
lost
with Dak."
to the Browns. It was just a fucking phase.
That's what everyone's going to say, "Oh, we have to stick with Dak. We have to stick with Dak." As soon as he loses a game, everyone's going to be like, "Oh yeah, Romo's better." We've said it the whole time. No, Romo.
I think we should just call this all NFL Network
You
sports.
can make the same argument, honestly. Like, obviously, Brady's better than Romo. But you can make the same point with Jimmy Garoppolo. We saw how he played the first 3 games of the season. He had what we just had it on the screen. It was like a 111.3 passer rating.
When you say they're better than
well.
this one's better than that one, and don't you think quarterbacks are better because of their teams that they're
just the way they play.
Just the way
they're
they
finding
play?
the open receivers, making accurate throws.
Picture this. Picture. What the fuck? Brady on the Cowboys with that line.
Then
Wow.
Cowboys will win the Super Bowl.
What
5 years
about
in
the
a row.
lines? What about the numbers he would
Brady,
produce?
the numbers that Brady puts up is with a terrible O-line.
Have
Our
you seen the
O-line is
pockets
atrocious.
that Dak is in? He just
Exactly.
sits there.
He just sits there.
He's
If
getting
Brady-
used to it.
I'm dead
He's
serious.
getting too used to it.
If Brady had as much time to throw as Dak Prescott had,
Dak Prescott or Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, you
Come
can
on.
literally open up a bag of chips by the time
Yeah.
someone comes
Yeah.
out. Literally. Sit there and just have a couple Doritos in your mouth.
it's crazy.
That's
So-
awesome.
And that's what I was saying. The Eagles showed on Sunday night when Dak has pressure on him. He's just I can't even explain it. He's like, oh my God, I'm not used to this. Like I have to get rid of the ball, and he just makes an inaccurate, horrible throw. And that's where his 2 interceptions now come from.
They were saying that the other day. The announcer was like, he's too comfortable in his
Yes,
pocket.
he's way too comfortable. And that's where like even Brady's starting to run when he someone comes at him from behind, he steps up, gives the guy his block, and then he makes the run.
Why can't they have that pocket with Romo then?
Exactly.
They
That's my
don't.
point. That's my
They don't
point.
want
if they
him
gave,
there.
If they gave Romo as much time as Prescott, Romo would put up better numbers than
Oh,
Prescott.
fuck yeah. Of course.
Exactly.
Of course he would.
And so right there, that just shows that Romo should start over Prescott.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens next week, right? Next week?
Yeah,
is
he
the
comes
bag?
back week 10.
And
they
who's
said.
playing next week?
I don't know who they play
I
next
gotta
week. We
look.
have to look at
We'll
the
look at
schedule.
that.
Yeah.
But let's go into Monday night's game. The Bears beat the Vikings 20
Oh, here
to
it comes
10.
Matt.
Is that Matt? That has to be Matt.
You're live on PPRN.
Hey, what's up, Pete? It's KJ.
What's up, man?
What's good with you?
Not much.
Nothing
We're
much. I'm just out there.
we're talking sports
I'm
today.
chilling. I'm Gucci.
All right, we're talking sports today.
Huh?
We're talking sports today.
Oh, sports today. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
today's the
amazing.
sports
That's
show.
Good.
Ca-
The
ca-
Cubs people.
We're talking football right now.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the Monday night game, Vikings
Yeah,
versus
what-
Bears, the
Young-
upset.
All right. So anyway, sorry, KJ. We're talking sports today. It's not the regular show. So, what are we talking about now? Monday.
The Monday night upset. The Bears beat the Vikings.
What's up, Matt? The Bears beat the
I
Vikings.
forgot we were even up there.
Yeah, you didn't know that. I told you, new camera. Bro.
I know. I completely forgot, dude.
Yeah. Again, I remember.
20 to 10. Final
The Bears
score.
upset the
Bears
Vikings,
with the
20 to 10.
Vikings. Yeah.
That was last Monday.
Yep.
Yep.
It's Monday night.
Oh, Falcons and Tampa were Thursday. My bad. Okay, right?
Oh yeah. This,
Yeah, that was
this
Thursday.
Yes, I'm
night.
fucking
Yep.
confused. All right, so Monday's game.
Dude, honestly, I didn't even really watch the game, but I walked in after work, I looked at the TV, and I saw the Bears. I think it was 13 to 0 at the time, and I was like, "Is this really
13-3.
happening? Is this really happening?" Like, that should have been a sure thing for the Vikings, and to lose to a division opponent like that—that's like the Patriots going and losing to, I don't even know,
Miami.
Yeah, losing to. Except I think Miami's better than the Bears, so I can't even compare it to that.
Bears are probably the worst team besides Cleveland.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to think the Colts, dude. Honestly, the Colts are horrible. They're horrible.
What Thursday night's game though between Tampa Bay and
Dude, can I not talk
Falcons.
about it? I'm playing against Mike Evans and Julio Jones.
Dude, did you see that catch that Mike Evans had?
Yes, and I have
Oh
to
my
definitely disagree
God.
with you about saying that it was better than Odell's. No way in hell.
No, it was just me getting all hyped about the catch, but it was a great catch. That catch was absolutely phenomenal. He
Yeah, except
literally
now it's putting
grabbed it with
Mike
3
Evans
fingers.
into his concussion protocol where
He got
he
hit.
struggled the past couple years with the concussions.
And you can see towards like the end of the game, he was winded. He was tired. Put it all on the line for no loss. This was the year that everyone was saying that Jameis was going to lead Tampa Bay to possible playoffs. They had him ranked number 8 before the season started for quarterbacks in the NFL. And it just proved my point. You got to have more than 1 year experience to list them up in top 10 with everyone else. I don't even think Drew Brees was no, it wasn't Drew Brees. It was Philip Rivers who wasn't even top 10, who I think is better than Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston is just I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
He's a good
passer.
leader.
They showed his passer rating over the season.
But we
In
also
1
have
week,
to remember he did have a different head coach last year that he was getting along very well with,
Dude,
and
I
then
don't
they
care.
kicked
Dak
Lovie
Prescott
Smith
just
out
came
the
into
door.
this league and he's tearing it apart.
As a rookie.
That's what I'm saying. He just came into the league and he's tearing it apart. And then look at Jameis Winston. I mean, yeah, we could look at the offensive lines. Just I don't know. Players in general, I think Dak's better than Jameis.
All right, so today's games, we got. Oh no,
Well,
that's
that's
when we
next
do
hour.
our picks.
I want to talk about.
So what about Thursday's game?
Yeah, so that.
Just talking about Thursday's game?
Yeah, we just basically talked about Julio, Mike Evans tearing it up.
What's with the new uniforms? What is it in memory of? Why are we going all solid colors?
No
Did you see the
idea.
box? They were
NFL
all
Rush.
red.
It's the NFL Rush colors, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I
is
think
it
it's
just
one-
this
They
year?
call it
It's
Color
one-
Rush.
yeah,
They
it's
do
the-
it every Thursday game. Every
Thursday
Thursday
night
game.
Yeah.
God, just like a bunch of red
I
fucking.
don't know. I like the Patriots unis, dude. They look
The
really
Patriots were nice. The Jaguars were ugly. They looked like a brick.
They looked like mustard.
Mustard. Blake Bortles hated it. He was like, we should be like a teal color or something.
Yeah, a
I think that
skeleton
would've
crew
been pretty
because your
badass.
drunk ass can't drive all the way to the fucking studio, bitch. Fuck you.
cool. Same. All right, let's have a
No doubt.
Let's have a nice debate right now with all our Facebook viewers.
About
Can Tom Brady still win MVP without playing the first
No.
4 games of the season?
shouldn't be allowed to
Why?
Why?
because he doesn't have the same stats as other quarterbacks.
All right.
So should a hurt player get it?
Yeah, they've gotten it before.
Okay.
Hang on. So, isn't it most valuable player the most valuable player in the NFL?
Well,
like it doesn't rely on stats. That's best player.
Then
Stats
it's
are
a
best player.
Then it's a sad league when 4 fucking weeks are out and you can still beat the other quarterbacks.
And he does.
That's why.
That just shows how good he is.
Well, maybe you're right then.
The first 4 games of the season, did the Patriots not I know they won by 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, then we lost in week 4 to the Bills. Do they not look like the best team in the NFL now with Tom Brady? Compared to the first 4 weeks, we were definitely beatable. We were vulnerable.
Most teams are saying that we would go 1-3 or 2-2. And we went
the
3-1.
Bills destroyed us. And then look, Brady plays and we blow them out by 30 points.
Yeah, but is it fair though? I mean, he comes off
absolutely fair.
He comes off of
That's like
a suspension.
So that's like saying,
Gets the number.
hold on,
Then
say
Pete
Aaron
Rose
Rodgers
should be able to
missed-
be in the Hall of Fame.
Hang
I
on,
think he should be able to be in the Hall of
say Aaron Rodgers missed 2 games because of a concussion. So because you missed games, you're not allowed to win MVP.
All I'm going to say is Tom Brady, up until now, he has a 133.9 quarterback rating, which is phenomenal. If you're not familiar with the scale, it goes up to 150.
Okay.
The next highest after that is, I'm not going to count Nick Foles because he only played the 1 game. The next highest is Matt Ryan with a 119.
And Matt Ryan's had a very good year.
Oh, let's
He's
go over the
definitely
stats.
talked
I had
about-
those up, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right. So in first is Nick Foles, Kansas City.
Yeah, but he played 1 game.
Then how's he in first?
Because he played 1 game.
Yeah, we're on the
Oh,
rating.
this is one. Okay,
One game, yeah.
Okay. So Brady came in second. What's up, Jamie?
Yo, what's happening? Long-time listener, first-time caller. I've always wanted to say that on a radio show.
Yeah, you did.
Yo, you guys have the wrong phone number on those 2 other posts. That woman at 993 is not very happy with us.
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
If the 2 posts you put up, you put the phone number in wrong. You put it as 993. So I called 993, and the woman at 993 told me to stop calling like other people have this morning.
Sorry.
So just letting you know.
Yeah, thanks.
The way you said the woman's not very happy. Yeah, you might want to go fix that.
At least we got people listening.
Anyway, what's going on? How you guys?
What are your thoughts on fucking?
Can Brady win MVP with missing the first 4 weeks of the season?
I have no problem with it. Guy's putting up numbers that are phenomenal. He's got better numbers than half. I think there's 2 teams you combine that he's thrown more touchdowns. Like team yardage, he's blowing teams out of.
I 100% agree, man.
So
We're
I mean,
witnessing history.
you can't do anything with 4 games. I think that's an even better FU to Goodell. After they win the Super Bowl, he gets MVP of the Super Bowl, MVP of the league.
That'd be
And then
crazy.
we call for Goodell's head on a spike.
Hell yeah.
And I don't
Dude,
even like the
that sums
Patriots.
it
I
up,
don't even
dude.
like the Patriots. So,
What's your team, man?
I'm a Chiefs fan and a Giants fan. So,
Chiefs.
Chiefs and
yeah,
Bulls.
buddy.
Look at that.
Damn. How you feel about Jamal Charles?
It's typical. It's what you get. Same thing with Edelman and Gronk. They're both due for an injury this week too, soon, or at least soon.
Gronk.
So I mean, that's the way Charles is. Charles goes down, and you get him for it's like Romo. You know that you're good for at least 8 games a year, guaranteed.
Spencer Ware's.
Jamie, why aren't you here on Sundays?
I don't know. Actually, I've said that to you before. I don't know. I love sports. I could talk sports all day long.
Well, get your ass over here.
I figure it's because I yell and I'll talk more over people. So you're like, I don't want that asshole on Tuesdays and Sundays.
You're yelling about sports, not bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, as long as you're talking about sports and not bacon, egg, and cheese.
Dude, I love the heated debates.
That's the problem when you talk about bacon.
Oh, yeah, no, we always talk over each other and anything. So, I don't know. I listen, though. I love sports talk, so.
Yeah, come on over.
Yeah, the reason I'm calling is I need help with fantasy, though.
Here we go. All right. We got you.
Whether or not to start Shady, do you think he's going to play Monday?
Rex Ryan said that he's very optimistic that Shady's going to play tomorrow night. So
the reports are saying the same thing, and I got burnt last week with the Chiefs. I mean, shit. Last week I started Alex Smith.
Option?
He went out with a concussion. Ware goes out with a concussion.
If you don't start Shady, who's your other option?
Fucking, it's even worse. It's Derek Washington of Oakland. So it's either take 0 points or get 3 points. So
yeah, you know what? I would probably
go Shady.
Who's on your waiver wires? Is there anyone that you could pick up?
No, there's nothing. Nope, nothing worth it. Right. Fucking Rainey from the Giants is the top waiver wire on pick.
Yeah. All right. I would probably take the risk of putting in Shady because Washington, it's either going to be hit or miss. If he doesn't get a touchdown, he's going to get you like nothing anyway. So with Shady, if he plays, he could get you 25 points if he has a good game. I know he's playing.
Yeah, they have him listed at 16 right now, and he's injured, so he's questionable with 16 possible. So.
I think he's going to play. I think it's going to be whether or not he gets re-injured during the game. I think that's the biggest risk factor.
Especially with a hammy, that's the scary thing.
Is
that
what
hamstring
kind of
could
league do you
anytime.
play? Do you play in standard or PPR?
PPR.
Definitely, I would start Shady.
Yeah, I would definitely go with Shady.
All right. I got that. And then here's another good one. Carolina defense versus LA or Philly or Giants defense versus Philly. I heard you guys were just talking about Wentz and everything. So
yeah, I definitely go with Carolina just because with Wentz, dude, he's a monster.
And LA,
I think he'll pick apart the Giants defense.
Yeah, LA's been struggling offensively. They got no run game going.
Yeah,
and,
Gurley's been atrocious this year.
I mean,
he's actually ranked, I think, 15th in the league this year.
Yeah.
My other thing, though, is Wentz is always good for a couple of interceptions and a fumble. He's had like 3 or 4 fumbles in the past 2 games. So defense, and he's only recovered 1. So it's such a crazy. But I just wanted, I needed some real people, not these NFL jobbers like on ESPN.
I'm not really a fan of the Giants' defense, to be honest with you. I think they made a couple good plays over in Europe with I think it was Collins. He had that nice touchdown return on the pick.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only reason why they threw up 21 last week or 2 weeks ago.
At the same time, dude, he's playing Casey Keenum. I mean,
Case Keenum.
Casey Keenum?
Case Keenum, man. Honestly, I would trust Carolina's D over the Giants' D almost any time.
Awesome.
Hey, Jamie, here, I got something for you to hear. Hang on.
On PPRNradio.net.
I got a chopper. Thank you.
Jamie, let's hear your take on the Prescott-Romo situation we got going on here.
Oh, you got to stay with Dak. And like, not only for the only reason why he's hot, he's doing everything he needs to do right now. The fact that Romo could trip walking onto the field and re-injure that collarbone, and it was worthless of messing up the entire chemistry of that team right now.
See, but I think, honestly, like, they're a good team right now, but they could take that step up. If Romo comes back, they'd have that connection with Dez. Dez has not been involved at all this year. And it's sad to see such a great talent. It's almost going to waste.
You think it's something personal?
The other side of that was Dez was injured, too, for a minute. So, like, it took Dez to come back, and Dez always takes a couple of extra games for him to get in stride.
Yeah, but Sunday night's game against the Eagles, there were situations where he was wide open, and we were talking about it before. I'm not sure if you were listening. You could see Prescott. He's just following Cole Beasley around the field. Like, he's not looking for anyone else.
Yeah, and that's the problem with rookie quarterbacks. They get their comfort level with who they are and who they can trust, and they go from there. I mean, Dez has been known to drop some stuff. Dak is trying to put together, because if Romo does come back, I mean, you're looking at the fact that he's going back to the bench, so he could be traded. So he's trying to put up numbers so that way he's like worth something. It's kind of like a Garoppolo, only like they need Dak way more than the Patriots need Garoppolo.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. It's interesting. I don't see Romo as an elite quarterback. I know he makes all those throws. He's got stats like he's a Hall of Famer and stuff like that. But as a Chiefs Giants fan, stuff like that, I just don't see Romo. He's good when he's there and when he's healthy. But
all right, so if
I don't know.
Say you're the coach of the Cowboys, you're Jason Garrett for a second. You're going into the playoffs. Would you rather have Dak taking the snaps, or would you rather have the experienced Romo taking the snaps?
See, and that's the easy
Jim
part right
Davis.
now. I would rather let Dak keep running right now, and then we can talk playoffs when we get there. But the problem with that, is the chemistry that he's got.
I've got to get out to California.
The issue is going to be fucking. Do you want? I'm a run with what you brung. Like who got you there? That's who you play with.
See, I don't know, man.
I
think for me, Romo has earned his spot. He deserves at least the respect.
You only want Romo to lose. That's why you want.
I told you the first time I came on the show. I like Romo. Yeah. He's a good quarterback. It's just whether he stays healthy or not. And if he could stay healthy, it's his team to me.
But once you start breaking bones, they're susceptible of breaking more, and people.
So if he gets injured, you just have Dak to bring back in.
That's
What's the
true.
problem
But
with
the problem is when people go to tackle him, they aim for those spots.
So
they crushed his collarbone again. Like
they hate the Cowboys
every time
that
he
bad.
gets sacked or hit, he's getting pancaked. So that way they hope they break that clavicle collarbone again.
If he gets re-injured, that's his problem though.
But then you mess up the chemistry and you got inside this kid's head where, hey, I got you all the way here. I was a workhorse for you. I did everything in the system you wanted me to do. You brought me in for this reason, and now you're going to take me out for grandpa?
See, but that's where it relies on the team chemistry. It shouldn't be like that. If you lose your job for a week or two because it's to a veteran quarterback who has led this team to multiple wins through the past 15 years or whatever, however long he's played.
But not multiple Super Bowls, not multiple playoff wins. He can't get the job done when it comes to, and he's never played a full season in Dallas yet. So here's this kid that's putting up wins.
If Dez
first in the division or up there, like
if Dez holds on to that ball, they go to the Super Bowl, not Seattle.
Yeah, but that's the problem with Dez.
That's a cheap shot.
Dez has a problem holding on to the ball.
That was a bad call. Fuck you. That was a bad call.
No, it's not. That's Dez's history. More often than not, the kid drops the ball, so they're going to lean with what the play usually is.
That's my point, though. Like, everyone blames Romo for their playoff losses. It's not Romo's fault. It has almost never been Romo's fault. Even the plays where he's picked off in crunch time, it hasn't even been his fault. It's been a tipped ball. It's been a receiver ran the wrong route. It's been
football.
Exactly, but
that's what football is.
Yeah, and they're blaming Romo. It's not Romo's fault.
Well, yeah, you're the quarterback, and then that's the same way Giants lose and they cut Coughlin. That's how football works. It goes GM to head coach to quarterback, and it goes backwards when you're losing.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the input.
No, he's got a point, though.
Yeah.
No, he does.
He's got a big point.
That's how I look at it. So I mean, that's just the way that people are gonna call it. You always go for the guy throwing the ball, not the guys that are dropping them. And I'm Giants, man. Eli, you brought in a new offensive coordinator. You think Eli's smart enough to fucking learn an offense in an off season? It's taken them 2 years to finally get it together.
Dude,
that's why they cut Coughlin for McAdoo.
They were almost hours away from signing Nick Saban, and they stuck with McAdoo as they went with McAdoo as the head coach. McAdoo was making such improvements with that team as the offensive coordinator, and they brought him as the head coach, and now he has no control over that team.
Yeah.
Odell is running wild.
It was too fast, and go ahead. I'm sorry, Odell.
Yeah, I just said Odell is he's running wild. It's just he has no control over him.
Yeah, no, and he never really, Odell was a rookie last year, so you're walking on eggshells as a rookie when you come in, and now
2 years ago.
It's just gone to his frosty tips.
This is his third year. His frosty tips.
Third year, but still, it's gone to his frosty tips that he thinks he's just amazing, and he's creating the distraction.
See,
they rushed McAdoo, they rushed the offense.
Yeah, they rushed the whole team chemistry because last season, Coughlin kept Odell under control. He didn't have these problems of mouthing off at everyone. He had the problem with Josh Norman, but that was one game. It wasn't the whole season like it's been this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coughlin was a tough. Coughlin came in. If you remember the Giants before Coughlin, they were all over the place doing whatever they wanted. And Coughlin came in hard nosed for those first couple of years and was a total asshole and got the team in line. And then after that first championship, that's when he finally started to smile because he saw his program working with the offensive coordinators he had. And then they went behind his back and brought in McAdoo for this offensive coordinator and changed the whole offense. Like, you can't. And then you saw 2 seasons where Eli was throwing, interceptions everywhere. Nobody knew the game. They took in old people like, Cruz and fucking Eli, and they took all these old guys that were stuck in the one set organization in offense, and then they threw it in the West Coast. And everybody was running wrong routes all over the place. Eli can't scramble. Eli can't read a field quick enough. I
don't think the Giants will be successful until they can establish a run game. And they have not established a run game since they won the Super Bowl with Brandon Jacobs, where he was just a truck. Without a run game, they're nothing.
Well, the problem is injuries, too, there. I mean, Rashad Jennings keeps going down. They had Rashad was supposed to be the one.
Let's be realistic. I mean, Rashad Jennings, when he gets an open hole, he's running straight for the linebackers, and he's not trying to put a move or anything. He's always trying to overrun them.
Well, that's where their success was. That's where Brandon Jacobs was. He was a truck. He bounced through, and then if you got the whole, and then they had I forget who the other kid was, but they had a 3 running back option. They had a third down back, they had a moving back, and then they had the truck. And that's the way they had a rotating, and that's when they were at their height. Now they're just trying to do it with 1 or 2, but 1 or 2 keep getting injured, so there's nothing you can really do.
Rashad Jennings, he doesn't run the way that he should be running.
As a running back, he's trying his power.
Yeah, like we were just trying to say, he's trying to run like Brandon Jacobs, where he could truck people, and he's not that type of running back.
No,
he's more of an elusive speed, cut around the corner. He can't run up the middle like DeMarco Murray does.
He's got to learn how to cut.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I just don't think he has the speed to make those cuts anyway.
That's something
if you see him in open field, he's not as fast as it looks.
That's something that he's had 3 or 4 off seasons to work on. He hasn't done.
I just think that Giants need to almost.
They need to upgrade the running back game.
They
and
need
I thought
a
they
new
were
running
going.
game.
Absolutely.
Eli, to me, he's washed up. I don't like Eli as a quarterback. Honestly, he's good in 2-minute warning drills, and that's it.
He's put up better numbers.
There you go, Romo.
He's put up better numbers, but he's still.
Romo goes.
Eli is the Derek Jeter of the NFL. He is consistently good. He's never going to be great. He's never going to give you the superstar power. But he is consistently good, and you know what you're getting.
No,
yeah, you're getting
Derek
a bunch
Jeter
of interceptions.
Was superstar.
No, Derek Jeter is the most mediocre third baseman or baseball player in the history of the MLB to be as glorified as he was. Any other team, anywhere else in the country, he would not be the Hall of Fame, amazing walk-on water Derek Jeter because the Yankee fans held him up.
Very false. You can't talk about over 3,100 hits.
Mr. November.
Silver Sluggers. Mr. November.
Captain Double Play?
Gold Gloves.
You mean the guy that leads the most double plays in the league in history? The guy that struck out anytime there was something really in. I'm a Yankee fan, diehard, man.
Whoa.
Like,
Did you just say he struck out in clutch
fan,
situations?
And Derek Jeter is Captain Double Play.
Derek Jeter is one of the most clutch hitters in MLB history. Are you kidding me?
That's not.
That is entirely
on the
true.
on a stage like a playoff.
On the stage, yeah.
Overall in a season, no.
Are you kidding
when you're in 7 games? And he even struck out. When was the last time he did something amazing in the playoffs?
Because we didn't make the playoffs. If he was really
so amazing, he would have moved to third base and let Alex Rodriguez play shortstop because A-Rod was a better shortstop at the time.
That's a joke. That is a joke.
You got to come in next week, Jamie.
Oh my God.
My God. You got to come in. Oh, my God.
Go ahead, do your research.
We'll have,
check the numbers.
Research. We are huge Yankee fans
Check the numbers,
ourselves.
and I'll come in next week. We'll talk about it.
Oh, look at this.
I can't wait because Jeter is one of the best shortstops of all time. That was just...
Yeah, but are you saying
he had no range in the last 5-7 years?
Are you saying that because you're a fan of the Yankees?
No. Derek Jeter. I'm saying that because of facts. Okay. Derek Jeter is one of the best shortstops that was in the game. Go look around the league at all the other shortstops. Yes, he is. Until Alexander Bogaerts, there has been no shortstop. Tulowitzki has started to fall off. Jeter has putting up better numbers than Tulo
has started to fall off.
Yeah, look at now. All right, look at Tulo's age compared to Jeter's age. Jeter put up better numbers at this age than Tulo was putting up at this age.
Pull it up. I'll go do the research right now, man. Like I'm saying, I'm a diehard Yankee fan, and Derek Jeter, when you needed him, normally throughout the season, he hit in a double play when he had chances to put runners in scoring position.
I don't know.
He went 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 more times than he went 3 for 4 in the last 10 years of his career.
If Jeter came up in the 8th inning or 9th inning and there was a guy on first base and there was a tiny runner, Jeter was the guy that would put down a sac bunt without having to be told to because he was the team player. He was the leader. He was the guy that would put them into position.
In 1994 through maybe 2000. After 2000, he should have been traded.
No.
He didn't put up. Yeah,
that's a joke.
I'm loving this.
All right, guys. Thank you for the fantasy advice, man. I'll keep listening.
Take care, Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie.
All right, peace. No doubt, Pete. See you later.
Tuesday. All right, we're gonna take a little break.
That's something that we definitely need in the studio, though, because that's what we need for the show. We need controversial arguments like that.
We'll be right back.
On PPRNradio.net. On PPRNradio.net.
Sympathize
Saturday on PPRNradio.net.
New intro there. I gotta.
Dave Saturday on PPRNradio.net.
What are you doing? Would you swear yourself? All right, we're back. PPRNradio.net. PPRN Radio, all things sports. Check out the podcast and go to our webpage. On the front, click on the link right to the podcast.
Or Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, All Things Sports.
Twitter, right. Twitter and Facebook. We have a page on Facebook. Go to the website. You can go anywhere in there.
We're making some prediction this hour. Give us a call in with any of yours at 203-992-7776.
And there's also a chat room in there. Coming up on November 18th, we're going to be going to music during the day now. Yay. We're going to be a real radio station. Hashtag disco, hashtag new wave, hashtag everything, hashtag country, hashtag top 40, hashtag EDM. Hashtag alternative. Hashtag 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Hashtag
same.
Everything. Hashtag coming November 18th. Hashtag PPRN.
Yeah.
So you might be listening to 2 metal songs and all of a sudden, boom, 3 country songs come on. Oh.
Wow.
And
That's
from
hot.
there, no, it's going to be genres per day, and then Friday's going to be called Freedom Friday, which means you cannot know what you're going to hear throughout the day. So you can go from Biz Markie to fucking Garth Brooks. And
That's
then
cool.
back to Katy Perry.
That's cool. I like that.
Do you know what I mean?
That's hot.
It keeps your people, I think it keeps people's
People
attention.
interested.
Yeah, interested. So it's going to be called Freedom Fridays.
You even see, like, on
We got to get
Sirius
T-Man's country
Radio, like
jam
Garth
going.
Brooks has his own thing.
Yeah.
He has, like, different genres of music. It's not just, like, strictly country or
Yeah.
strictly his songs. It's, like, musicians that he's listened to.
It's like getting blown by the same girl. You eventually want a different mouth. You can't go
That's another
fucking. You
way
can't go
to put it.
24 hours with the same mouth.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Back to football.
Week
Time-
9.
Wait, this week we can do our picks?
Yeah, we can do our picks.
We can do our picks. Can we get that music
theme
going?
song in the back.
Hang on.
You definitely need that going. It's only right. It feels right.
That's what she said.
Same.
Love the new computer.
No
So
Patriots this
fast.
week. I'm so sad.
Seriously. There's no Patriots, Bengals, Texans, Redskins, Bears, or Cardinals.
You act like people watch the Bears.
Facts, but
Begin with a word.
We begin with a word.
Breathtaking, stimulating,
mind-boggling. Unlike
Mind-boggling.
anything you've ever seen. Rare film worth.
Rare.
Dr.
Samuel
Strange.
Jackson said he's moving if Trump gets elected.
Bye-bye.
Sky Blue's got prices on tickets, real low tickets. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
On
Week
with
9,
the
first
show. Everybody. What do you like, Fox or and CBS's song?
I like
I like
Fox.
Fox.
That's my alarm.
Is it?
Yeah. Gets me pumped up.
Wow.
All right, here we go. 1 o'clock games. Vikings home against the Lions. Vikings 5-2. Just lost their offensive coordinator Norv Turner. Left the team. Versus 4-4 Lions.
I'm going to go with the Lions. Oh, my God. I almost said I wasn't going to go with the Lions. I'm going to take the Vikings in this game. Their defense strong. Not a believer in the Lions' offense at all. Vikings will take this game. They need a rebound.
I think the Vikings are going to win this game. Same reasons that you alluded to.
Sam Bradford, baby.
What about you, Pete? What you got?
Wow, Falcons 43-28. Jesus Christ. This week I'm going to go with the Vikings. Come on, that's just a no-brainer, dude.
Oh, it's a no-brainer?
Come on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're waiting for them to play the Cowboys, too. So.
And then there's my game of the week.
We got our division game.
This is my game of the week right here.
Travis's game of the week. We got the Giants and the Eagles, both 4-3, battling it out at MetLife Stadium. I'm going to go with the Eagles. I like Carson Wentz for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Eagles are coming off on a bad loss last week. They're going to keep it going with the Giants.
I don't know. This is going to be a really tough one, but I think that the Eagles are going to end up pulling it out.
You think so?
I think Wentz is a good quarterback. He's going to improve himself even further. I don't think the Giants' run game is good enough to Eagles defense
Eagles
is
have
really
a top
good.
rushing defense.
They have a top defense in general, and when
Mhm.
the Giants don't have a rushing game at all, it's going to be so much pressure on Eli.
Eli and Odell.
They'll have at least 2 interceptions this game. I think the Eagles undertake.
Are they
it.
without Sterling Shepard?
Huh?
Aren't they without Sterling Shepard or something?
I don't know.
The Giants?
They have Odell. That's all that matters.
True. True that. So you go with the Eagles or
Yeah,
Giants?
yeah. Eagles. I mean Giants. Sorry, Giants.
Oh, Giants. Okay.
Yeah, Eagles got fucking shut the fuck down last week, man. Overtime.
Damn, son.
3 weeks in a row overtime, and the boys fucking pulled it off. They broke that fucking overtime streak.
Question for you guys.
3-0.
Would it be weird if we start saying it'll end in a tie when we make our picks?
Travis was on a thing going before. Like 3 weeks in a row, fucking. Why can't people just keep playing?
Right?
Facts.
It should be like college. Like I said, they get the ball at the 25-yard line.
Maybe
Each
a
team
little
gets to match
deeper
it.
because
Why is
that's
there,
a 42
is there even a
field goal.
category for ties? Is it
No,
5-1-1?
I don't mean like the red zone 25 like college. I mean
Oh,
like their
yeah,
25.
okay.
Is it 1-1-5 or 5-1-1 if they have a tie, like hockey?
Yeah.
That's it. So how do you determine at the end of the year?
I don't know.
Then it goes into statistical bullshit. Like
Wild card.
Their in
Probably
division-
like most points scored or
No,
something.
it goes into their in-division record or whatever.
Yeah, their division record.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like that
Because
either.
if they were down by 1, there's that 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, another division game. We got the 3-5 Jets at Miami. 3-4 Dolphins have won the last 2 straight. I think.
This is the fucking shit bowl of the
Yep.
NFL season this year. Jets and Dolphins. You know what?
gonna be
I'm going to
Jets.
give it to the Jets.
Yeah.
Dolphins beat a good team a couple weeks ago. No, Jets.
Well, the running back Ajayi has been back-to-back 200 rushing yards. I think
Yeah.
the Jets 4-3 will stop him. I think maybe he'll get 100. Maybe.
Babe, if you're listening,
As
I need
much-
to watch more sports, by the way.
if I don't like Fitzpatrick,
Fitzpatrick.
I don't like Fitzpatrick, but I also don't like Tannehill. So
Chiefs and Jaguars. Go ahead, Robbie.
Oh, you're taking over.
No, go ahead.
Get
I
more.
got excited.
I got excited.
Yep, Chiefs and Jaguars at Kansas City. It's Chiefs. I don't even have to
I
speak
said it,
anymore.
Chiefs, number 1 quarterback in the league right now.
Upset of the week right here. Jags are going
Wow.
to get their first.
This week, anyways, right?
Jags are going to win.
No.
Yeah.
Chiefs are.
No. They're without Alex Smith.
Well,
I still like the Chiefs at home. That crowd can get in your head. Now, some people are saying that this is the upset of the season. A lot of people I've heard from are saying that the Browns are going to beat the Cowboys. We got the Browns and the Cowboys, but I don't believe in that at all. I'm going with the Cowboys.
No way I could take Cleveland over Dallas. Dallas going to take it. Got to go Dak.
We know
I definitely would love the Cowboys to win, but I think the Browns have something to prove, especially with the fucking Cubs. With Cleveland losing or winning this week. You know what I mean? So, I mean, losing the World Series.
Are you taking the Cleveland
No.
Browns?
I'm saying it's hard.
it might be
it's
close,
hard, dude. Because the Browns haven't won all year, and this could be listen. This is upset week.
Yeah.
This is definitely upset week for the NFL. You know it happens every fucking few
Yeah,
weeks.
my picks. I took the Giants over the Eagles. I took
Browns over
Jags
Cowboys?
over Chiefs. I took
You didn't take the Cowboys.
No,
though.
I did take the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Another division game. Look at that. There's a lot of division games this week. We got the Steelers at Baltimore against the Ravens.
Let's not forget it's a game time decision whether it's going to be Jarvis Landry or Big Ben.
Fuck Brian. I'm going with the Ravens.
Fuck Brian, Ravens.
Fuck Brian, Steelers.
Bacon. Bacon.
Here's another game we got. Reaching the 4 o'clock games now.
Yeah, who's playing? Who's going to be seen on TV today? 1 o'clock though.
I don't know.
Who's the viewed game this week for East Coast?
It's going to be Giants, Eagles, and Jets, Miami.
Obviously for our area.
Yeah.
All right.
We got the 49ers and the Saints at San Francisco.
Ooh, at
Will this
San
be the
Fran?
week that Colin Kaepernick
Wait a minute.
finally can
Saints lose because of the hour we lost. Plus, in San Fran, they're 3 hours more on top of that back, so they're all fucked up.
They gained an hour. We fell back.
Yeah, but they also lost 3 hours for being in the West
so
Coast.
technically they lost 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, so Saints win.
I got to go Saints anyway.
No, Drew's actually been playing good. So.
He's been playing good. 49ers
Kaepernick
quarterback
hasn't, so.
situation has been shitty.
the whole team in general is
The whole demeanor of the 49ers has gone down.
Carlos Hyde
since
is hurt.
Kaepernick, man. It's just fucking ridiculous. Plus, you got injuries.
Yeah. Their defense is just horrible.
We got the 3-4 Rams against 2-5 Panthers
Ugh.
at LA.
This is the 4 o'clock worst game of the year.
This one's actually
I don't know.
one for me.
This actually might be a tough game. The way that Carolina has played this season, I don't know if they're going to be able to get through the Rams defense.
What's with 4:05 and 4:25? Does that make sense?
It's because one of them has the doubleheader on Fox or CBS, so they try to make it so like after the first game ends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, CBS has the doubleheaders this week. Broncos and sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. Rams or Panthers?
Let's say Rams because they're a better team.
I'm going to take Panthers just because of Cam Newton over
Just
Case Keenum, dude.
He's too busy on his fucking. What do
It's
they
out
call
really.
those on the main road? He's doing the
Oh yeah, the scooter thing.
scooter thing. Yeah, he's too busy being a kid.
Yeah, the Rams just suck, dude. They have no type of offense. Their play calling is a high school play call. They run the first 2 downs, then try a play action and fail every single time.
I'm going to go with the Panthers.
You would, Robbie. You would.
Yeah, well, who you going with?
Told you I was going with.
I said L.A.
Well,
yeah.
I hope they lose.
I know you do. You always wish bad on me.
Good.
Fresh.
Packers and the Colts.
Go Pack, go. Big Rodgers going to take that dub. He's a bad man. Colts are playing awful this season. I can't stand watching them play, actually. Packers are without an actual running back again this week, but last week it didn't make a difference.
Montgomery actually showed pretty good.
Yeah, but he's a wide receiver.
I know, but he looks pretty good as a running back.
Last week it didn't make a difference. They put up a solid 32 points. They won't have a problem against the Colts defense.
No. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers, too.
Pete?
Packers. Definitely Packers. Come on. That's not even a no-brainer.
Same.
It was a good game.
I like this music. What is this?
That's country. I knew you would like it. I think it's Carrie Underwood.
Nah,
There's a man singing.
Oh, man.
We got the 4-4 Titans versus the 3-5 Chargers. In charge.
Taking my team, dude. My underdog of the year was Tennessee, and they will upset San Diego this week.
You know, it's really not an upset because
Yes, it
you know
is.
what you notice a lot in San Diego? Their fan base is, like, little. It's like the away team stadium all the time.
It's an upset. San Diego is supposed to be a good team, especially compared to Tennessee. Up until this season, Tennessee was looked at as the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. They were grouped in the same category.
Peter.
What game now?
San Diego and the Titans.
Could that be considered the worst game of the week?
No, that's going to be a good game.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's going to be a good game.
All right, I'm going to go with Titans. I like Texas team, sorry. Texas team, Texas toast.
Wait, Texas.
Houston.
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee Titans. They used to be, sorry, they used to be the Oilers. My bad. So, yeah, they used to be Texas team.
Okay.
So,
I'll give you a little pass on that.
All
Just
right.
'cause you got that part right. We got the Sunday night game.
Broncos
We got
all the
6-2
way.
Broncos versus 6-2 Raiders.
Broncos all the way.
I'm going to go with the Raiders.
No, they're overrated.
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders.
That's the upset of the game.
The Broncos are overrated, dude. All they got is their defense.
All they got
good,
is that
but
defense. And
their
is
offense
Wade
is so
Phillips even going to
shaky.
be there after that hit
Yeah,
he
he was
took?
fine. He's
fine.
He returned
He
the
got
next
hit
day.
hard.
I haven't really heard shit this next game. I haven't heard shit about the Bills this year. Bad or good. Have you? Is anybody even talking about them this year?
I talked about them, how the Pats blew them out.
That's not really talking about them. That's demeaning them.
Yeah, because they suck.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate the Bills.
You don't really
Hate
hear
Rex
much
Ryan.
about them no more.
That's Bob's pick to win the division.
Bills?
Because all he does is
Yeah.
circle the wagons.
Bills
I
and
can't
Seahawks.
believe we're at fucking week 9.
Seahawks 4-2-1. That tie. There's that tie. Go
Who the hell
Seahawks.
plays this?
Hawks.
No, this song.
Game day.
Oh. I like this one.
Seahawks all day, baby.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. Bye weeks and fucking. This is week 9. My bad. This is Detroit's 4-4, and Minnesota's 5-2. I forgot they both had bye weeks.
Yep. Yeah, the last week of buys is week 12, I think.
Why? I never understood that part. Why have a bye week?
Just to give your players time to rest up and heal up.
Isn't that the 6 days before Sunday?
No, that's training and practicing.
No, yeah, literally practicing.
They get, I think, one day off. They get the day after the game off. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember too, dude. Like they're getting hit hard.
And that one day off, you got to bet that they're watching film.
Yeah. I think so. Oh my God, I feel so bad about their 17 months or weeks that they have to play.
I mean, the whole
billions of dollars.
The whole off season, they're training the whole time too.
No, they're probably not playing until June.
Now some of them are like Brady's always training in the off
He's
season.
probably throwing a ball through a hoop.
No, like he's like conditioning.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, the gym.
He posts videos on Facebook.
The gym.
Yeah.
Here it is.
The gym. Okay, well, I don't think that they personally. I think they take at least 2-3 months off.
Some might.
Because you have the draft. You can't practice during draft.
Well, it depends if they make playoffs or not.
The only people that are playing first or practicing first are the fucking rookies. Rookie camp and shit, right?
Yeah, the rookies coming into college, they don't stop.
All right, how about this? They get 3 weeks off. Straight.
Yeah.
How about that?
Probably.
You got to have time off, though.
Yeah,
that's so they can do their
especially
coke,
if you win the Super
drink,
Bowl.
yeah, Super Bowl. They can do whatever they want. They can bang their wives.
Go to Disney.
Or their wives' friends or whatever.
We got through those picks really fast.
We did.
Yeah, we
Very
did.
good. I don't kind of like that.
It's because Bo's didn't call in to get us
Stop overreacting.
Oh,
Did
shit.
get you there, fuck. That's yeah. Let's see here
So,
and
What do you got? What do you got? Who do you like this week, Trev? For fantasy purposes, all leagues combined.
Should we go over
PPR
the standings and how the teams match up right now?
Yeah.
All right. So the AFC East, we got. Never mind. New England's first. Who just messaged us? Oh,
don't even bother. Yeah.
Ravens in a fucking romp. Dallas Chiefs. Yeah. Live. The Patriots are in first, 7-1. Buffalo Bills are in second, 4-4. Dolphins 3-4, and the Jets are 3-5. Wow.
Disappointing year for the Jets.
Yeah, Pat's already clinched home field division or home field
Advantage.
So the Cowboys didn't then.
Huh?
The Cowboys did then.
No, because they're in a stronger. Actually, I know you're gonna take this offensively, but Cowboys are perceptively gonna lose at least one more game. Where the Patriots, it's
So
like
are they.
if we lose one more game, it's gonna be an upset. Like we are not scheduled to lose another game.
All right, we'll see what happens.
If you
today.
can look at their schedule and see who are they gonna lose to? Nobody.
We'll go over that after the standings. We should pick apart schedules.
Potentially.
No.
All right, so you got Pittsburgh and then AFC North. Pittsburgh 4-3, Cincy 3-4, Baltimore 3-4, Cleveland Browns. If they fucking beat the Cowboys today, I'm going back to Rhode Island for a month. AFC South, you got Texans
How is
5-3.
Houston winning that division?
Who?
How is Houston winning that division?
Because they're 5-3.
Yeah, and that division is horrible.
I know, 4-4.
5-0 home.
Tennessee Colts are 3-5, and Jags are 2-5. So even if Tennessee wins today and Houston wins or loses today,
Still tied.
they're still going to be because it'll be both 5-4. You're right. All right, so AFC West, Oakland and Denver tied, huh?
Yeah, big game tonight.
And Kansas City is one away. So today can fucking shake up the AFC West. Dude.
Yep, big
And
time.
If you really look at it, it's like a three-way tie basically because Kansas City had a
bye week. And then
And
Chargers are 3-5.
Yeah, San Diego plays a big role this week too, though, because they're playing Tennessee. So
Oh, it's true. And then the NFC, our boys are 6-. No, look at that. That's not bad. 6-1. Everybody's 4-3. So if the Giants were to lose today, they would be 4-4. Eagles, if they lost, 4-4. Redskins are on a bye
Well,
week,
the
right?
Eagles or the Giants, one of them is going to be 4-4 because they're facing off against
One's
each
gonna
other.
be
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Washington's on a bye week, so right? Or were they on a bye week last week?
no, they're on a bye this
They're
week. I
on
think.
bye? All right,
Yeah,
so-
they're on the bye this week.
So
I
if
got it
Dallas
here.
were to even lose, they would still stay in
Yeah,
first.
they'll still be in first. As long as they don't go on one of their infamous skids where they forget how to play football in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, they did that last
They're
week, but they ended up
always
winning.
an accident waiting to happen.
It's called the red zone in the fourth quarter, Robbie. Get over it. We get to it.
It's
we
called.
do.
They think that goal line, dude. They thought it was a powdered substance. That if they touched it, They would get hurt.
It was a terrorist warning. Don't touch the white line. All right, so the NFC North team: Vikings 5-2, Green Bay's 4-3, Detroit's 4-4, and Chicago's 2-6. Well, there's another Chicago team that won't be doing shit this year. Sorry, Bob. So if Minnesota even loses to, oh no.
To be honest, I'm very surprised the Lions are 4-4. I thought they're going to have a horrible year because losing Calvin Johnson. I thought that was going to bring the team chemistry down. Everyone's going to be down. But you know what? To be 4-4 after losing Calvin, that's good for them.
So essentially, the two best teams right now are the Cowboys and the Patriots.
Yep, they're 1-2 in the power rankings.
You like that?
Oh, it's going to be a very, very difficult year for the both of us.
Hey, Romo told Brady 2 years ago, "I'll see you in the Super Bowl."
Ooh, maybe that. Oh, imagine that.
Yeah, we'll be.
We
Romo,
have to all watch
we'll
it
be
together.
Dak.
We have to watch
we'll
it
be
together.
Romo or Dak.
We'll have to watch it together and broadcast live from the Super
It
Bowl.
should
somewhere.
be Romo.
All right, well,
You play us with Dak, we'll destroy you.
Okay.
Just like we destroyed Tebow.
You know Dak will be out for fucking blood. He wants to fucking.
Oh, he'll
blood
be
for
out
the
for
record.
blood.
No, Brady will be out for blood because he broke his damn record. You asshole. Oh, you know what we didn't mention? Hold up, before we go any further. How about that Jamie Collins trade?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No.
Our
One of our-
linebacker wanted Von Miller type of money.
One of our
So-
best linebackers.
Where is he now?
They traded him to Cleveland. 'cause they ended
Cleveland.
his career.
What did he get for money?
Nothing, because he's a free agent at the end of the year. He wanted Von Miller money, so they sent his ass to Cleveland. They were like, no.
No, we'll take a draft pick.
Really?
And actually, on Sunday against the Bills, in the first quarter, there was a play. There's been speculation that every single game he listens to his coaches, and then all of a sudden he just does what he wants to do. Like if he sees a guy he wants to cover, he just goes and covers him. He doesn't stick to the play if he's supposed to be a QB spy or whatever. Sorry.
What kind of money did he want?
Von Miller,
Von
which
Miller
is
money.
like
What is that?
about $32 million a year.
Was he worth it?
No, absolutely
no,
not.
no one's worth Von Miller. Von Miller's
Now he's
just
back
an
down to
animal.
what, $800,000 playing
Yeah.
for the Browns?
Von Miller's.
But like what I was saying, he started doing his own thing and everything, so they started to develop him into a part-time player.
Right.
And he didn't want to be a part-time player. They thought it was going to cause locker room troubles. Said bye-bye.
Really?
Yep. Shame. He was a good player, but
And we do have a lot of depth with our linebackers because we got Bartavius Mingo from Cleveland. We got Hightower. We have a Jonathan
I like Chris
Freeney.
Long, dude.
Chris Long. Thank you, L.A. Thank you. He was
Did I-
our replacement for when we trade Chandler Jones.
I did Minnesota?
Yeah.
All right. Atlanta 6-3, New Orleans 3-4, Tampa Bay 3-5. What the fuck? So that game basically. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, I started talking. I forgot they played Atlanta. The Bucks. The Bucks to me, they were doing so well. I don't know what happened
They looked
to
good
them.
after the first game. They looked
No, I'm
very
saying like
good.
years prior, not even 5-6 years ago, they were
Oh, yeah,
looking
they were
like
in the
Super Bowl
before, yeah.
intentions. You know.
Warren Sapp.
Yeah. And then they just went down. It's just now they're the Orange Bucks again.
Yep.
They're the Orange Bucks again. It's terrible. And that city rallies behind them. Dude. It's sad because that city does not. See, that city's very confused. They have to root for the Bucks, and they also have to root for the fucking Yankees because the stadium's in Tampa, and they're right across the street from each other. But they also have to root for the Rays because it's right around the corner. But they're really good
The Rays
fans.
are going to be out of Tampa soon, in my opinion.
They're not even in
One,
Tampa.
That,
They're in
that
St. Pete.
dome that they have is just absolute trash, and the fan base really isn't loyal to the Rays at all.
They're not even really in Tampa. They're
No,
in St.
they
Pete.
sell out when the Yankees or the Red Sox come into town.
I just don't think that the Tampa doesn't want to lose the Yankees spring training because
They won't.
that's big. The
They won't.
stadium's pretty big for a training.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Bucks 3-5 and Carolina Panthers 2-5. See you later. They're done. One game
Carolina's
winning
done
streak.
with- Carolina's got to win like every single game for the rest of the year. Finish 11-5.
Seattle 4-2. Cardinals. Jesus, another fucking
No.
team.
Seattle 4-2-1.
Yeah. The Cardinals 3-4-1.
3-4-1.
What about the 49ers 1-6? Goodbye.
Stand up, bitch.
Yeah, take your knee off. It's like that lady I wanted to punch in the face that was taking a knee singing.
Yeah.
She needs to go away. Shouldn't even have the honor of doing it. That's the LA Rams are 3-4 and San Francisco 1-6. Then there we go. Those are your stats for NFL. Bacon.
Standings.
Bacon standings.
Stats, baking, standings.
Standings overall.
I just want to highlight, for fantasy purposes, the top QBR, which is the ratings. the top 5 PBRs of this season so far. Matt Ryan, 119. Drew Brees, 104.7. Derek Carr, 100.9. Matt Stafford, 103.4. And Brady, as we discussed, 133.9.
Hey, can I ask a question, Budweiser? Why don't we have cowboy cans?
You don't?
No.
Gotta be in Texas.
Every commercial you see, they do not show a cowboy star. And I go to the liquor store, there's no cowboy cans.
Yeah, up here there won't be.
No.
Damn it.
You probably do online, make special or.
They can't ship liquor over. I don't think they can. I don't think you can legally ship liquor.
I don't
Can
think
you?
so.
No.
I don't know.
You have to have it like your liquor store order it.
Fuck.
You should.
We can start
we
to
can wanna spark another debate.
Don't we have a couple liquor stores with PPR in? Just tell them to do it.
Yeah, they can order it.
Fine.
That's up
Wanna
to the
spark another
distributor.
debate?
Yeah, let's do that.
Is Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time?
And next,
Let's start.
Same.
Because
is he by far the greatest ever?
Yes.
Or as you're saying in this era?
No, greatest
No,
ever.
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 Over
Ever to
over
play.
Over Montana,
Best
over
quarterback
Marino.
over Montana Marino.
Yes. Yes. And actually, while you think about that for a second, I'm gonna bring up some stats.
Namath?
Yes, but way better. Oh God. Oh God.
How about
He's gonna be like better than Romo?
How about no?
Aikman?
Aikman, yes.
Staubach?
Staubach too.
Is he?
I got in a huge debate over Facebook with one of my friends.
But you can't go by his numbers now because he's not done yet.
You can still go by his
They can only
numbers
get better.
now.
Is he close to beating anybody else?
Dude, he's beaten Joe Montana on every single postseason stat there is.
Who owns the Broncos? What's his name? I know you're gonna laugh at me, but
John Elway.
Elway. Better than Elway?
Better
Yes.
than Elway.
Okay. So the biggest thing people have a problem with that they try to speculate is Spygate and Deflategate. Number one, Brady had nothing to do with Spygate, and he didn't even have any knowledge of it. Number two, nothing was ever proven with Deflategate. That he obviously people say, "Oh, he could feel the difference," dude. You know what? When you're in a playoff game, you're not going to feel the difference between a 0.2 psi.
Especially with
Like,
cold
it's a
rain
football.
on your freaking hands. Your hands are probably freezing.
A football is a football. I don't care. Football is a football. So not only that, but let's compare Brady's numbers versus Joe Montana. Overall, Brady's 176 and 51. Joe Montana 117 and 47. People sit there and try to say, "Oh, Brady has a weaker division. Brady has a weaker division." In the division, Brady's 68 and 18. Joe Montana's 48 and 15. The so-called weaker division, Joe Montana at the time was in the same division as the Falcons and the Saints. At the time, the Saints were just as bad as the Cleveland Browns. The Saints every single year would go 1-16, 1-15, whatever. Never had more than a win. And the Falcons had one playoff win the whole time Joe Montana played. How are you going to tell me it's a weaker division?
You want to see what this site says is in order?
That's definitely not order.
That's definitely not in order. Steve Young, no.
Yeah, that's not in order.
And if it is, I want whatever crack they're on.
Are you guys looking at it through clear heads because you're Brady fans?
Yes, I am. I'm
Okay.
still reading you some stats.
Okay, go ahead.
Pass touchdowns. Brady, 440 passing touchdowns. Joe Montana, 273.
And this is also coming with Joe Montana, who had the great, in my opinion, the greatest wide receiver to ever play, Jerry Rice.
Brady's still not done. 13 division titles. Joe Montana, 10. Super Bowl appearances. Brady, 6. Joe Montana, 4. They both won 4. Why should Brady be punished? Because his team lost 2 Super Bowls. Just because he's 4-2, his team lost. Both of those Super Bowls were not his fault.
Okay.
Tyree had a lucky catch on his helmet. Brady could have done nothing about it. He's not on defense. And the second one, Eli had a tremendous drive. And that second one was, what was it, 2011, 2013? Whatever year it was.
2011.
2011. On Brady's last drive, he was hitting people in their chest, and they just kept dropping the
Branch
ball.
dropped it. Aaron Hernandez dropped.
That was the biggest one. That was like a 25-yard gain.
Mhm.
He just dropped it.
And he almost had a touchdown with Gronk with that lob. Gronk had a bad ankle. And you got to remember, too, Wes Welker also had a ball that he could have caught, and he dropped that one, too.
And the other thing, Brady makes his receivers. Besides Randy Moss, who was honestly, like, Edelman's my favorite, probably my favorite player. But who was Julian Edelman without Tom Brady?
No way. And if you don't believe us, ask Deion Branch, because when he went to Seattle, he struggled.
Who was Wes Welker without Tom Brady? He went to Denver, and he was a nobody.
He had like 8 touchdowns, but he barely got the ball. Peyton only threw it to him in the red zone, and then the year after that, what happened? Nothing.
I think this is according to CBS. Brady's first.
And then Montana.
Montana second.
Yeah. And Peyton.
Peyton's third.
Yeah, and then probably Favre.
There's
yeah. And then Favre. Yeah.
Favre, huh?
I agree with that list. Maybe put Favre ahead of
What? Aaron, too?
Nah.
Fifth?
I don't agree with nah.
Better than Aikman?
No. Aaron's got some. He's still got something.
Steve Young. We forgot about Steve Young.
No, you can't forget about Steve Young. He took Joe Montana's job. That's another thing. Has anyone taken Brady's job yet? Brady's reached that part in his age.
He needs to brush his teeth.
What's that?
Oh, yellow. Marino.
Oh, yeah.
Troy. Okay. Over Aaron Rodgers, though? Aaron Rodgers over Troy?
No,
Come
Troy's
on.
better than Aaron Rodgers. Unless these next 5 years, Aaron Rodgers is just amazing and like.
Aaron
leads
Rodgers
his
only
team
has
to
one
the
Super Bowl right
Unitas. They're saying Unitas was...
now. Johnny was good.
Fran Tarkenton.
Oh, man.
Look how high they wore their pants back in the day.
Yeah,
Jesus
right.
Christ. Bart Starr.
I think Bart Starr.
Green Bay has, what,
top
3 of
10.
the top fucking quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Bart, yeah.
Oh, Terry Bradshaw.
Hmm.
Staubach, there he is. Didn't have to scroll down to know who that was. Jim Kelly?
You know who I'm surprised they didn't put
That's
in
it.
there? Dan Marino.
They did.
They did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, he was number 5 or 6 or something. Wow. All right. It's good to know. I'm glad Aikman's up there, though. He did, listen, 3 Super Bowl rings in one 10-year, or what is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, he definitely deserves to be up there on the old times.
Look at this game.
What is that, highlights from...
No, that's the NFL theme song thing.
Oh, okay. So, who's your go-to for fantasy? Definitely, no doubt.
I don't even know right now, dude, honestly. There's not really one player that I could name that's going to be, like, amazing. I don't think Odell is going to be that great against that defense.
Mine's Dez.
I can't even say that because with Prescott, he doesn't look for Dez.
I feel like fresh and healthy Dez. He's not complaining about any injuries against a so-called top 10 defense against the Cleveland Browns.
I think it's going to be Antonio Brown. He's due for a big game. I haven't heard his name in a while, since like week 4.
I think a lot of people are debating now between Julio Jones and Antonio Brown, who's the best wide receiver.
I've always said Julio Jones is better.
It's definitely up for debate. Both amazing. You got any help? If you need any help for fantasy, call in 203-992-776. Not 993. The lady was very upset.
Same.
Monday's game plan. What do you think the Bills have to do to beat the Seahawks? Stays contenders.
They need to keep Russell Wilson in the pocket. I think he's proved that these past 4 weeks, if he has to stay in the pocket, he can't. He's not as good of a playmaker as he is when he's scrambling and just can do what he wants. If they do what they want him to do, Bills can win that game. I know it's gonna be tough, especially in Seattle.
Now, is it this week or is it like in the upcoming weeks the return of Percy Harvin? Because I saw something that he's going to be returning.
It's definitely not this week. Has to be at least another week.
I still, even if he does return, I still feel like he's not really going to.
He's not going to be that big of a.
No, everyone's making him be such a big deal. I mean,
it's not even going to be a big deal because they're definitely not going to make playoffs. Dude.
He's nothing like he was with the Vikings when he was good, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be nothing like that.
That's another person who fell off was Stephon Diggs, dude, for the Vikings. I don't know what happened.
All the injuries, man.
He came back from his injury. He was perfectly healthy for the past 3 weeks, and he has like 3 catches, 30 yards.
The reason Norv Turner said that he left was because he said their players weren't understanding the offense at all, and that's why they were struggling to put up points, and that's why the defense was winning them all those games for them. So maybe this new offensive coordinator, whoever it is, calling the offense, can help them out this week. Let's see.
Same.
Oh, that Broncos and Raiders game. I'm really interested to watch that tonight.
Broncos Raiders?
Yeah, I really think the Raiders are gonna win, dude.
Yeah.
What do you say? It's so nice out. What do you say we do what we learn and go to fuck home?
Okay.
What do you think?
That's a good idea.
You got anything else to sort of
No,
talk about?
I think we went through everything.
How stupid. Oh, you're not wearing your Cowboys hats. That's
No. I should have, but I'm not. So if you're going to tune in, check out ppnradio.net and click on All Things Sports, and you can go right to the podcast.
Neat.
To the archive. Yes, archive. Everything ppnradio.net. Don't forget this Tuesday we have Chris Pepko, and Wednesday we have Wednesday's Chris Pepko, and Tuesday is Eddie Blaze and all acoustic, and the roundtables. Peter Pinner Roundtable on Saturday's Mixtape Saturday, and coming up November 18th. Morning show is the talk, and then all day is music, and then another talk show from 5 to 8, and then music the rest of the night. So a real old-fashioned radio station. We're actually going to be an actual variety station, not just saying that we are variety. All right, so what did you learn today, Robbie?
I learned Travis should not have a highlighter in his hand around me at all times. What else did I learn? I learned that the NBA, the NHL, and the NFL were not in existence last time the Cubs won the World Series.
Oh.
I learned that Babe Ruth was only 9 years old when the Cubs won the World Series. And I learned that Thomas Edison was still alive. And Mark Twain when the Cubs won the World Series.
Wasn't your mom born on the first game of the World Series?
And I learned that I have fun doing this every week, and I love doing this every single week.
Cool. Travis?
I learned that Joe Madden's legacy might be tainted. I learned that Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time.
Okay.
I learned that we're going to have to see what Cowboys do between Romo and Prescott. We're going to have to see if they mix it up, if they just stick Romo in there, stick with Prescott. We're going to have to watch. Pete's combing his beard, so I learned that's a cool thing to do.
No shave November. Have you shaved yet?
No.
I can't
actually,
grow facial
I lied.
hair.
Sorry, he's not using a comb. He's using, like, tweezers.
What the fuck? Actually, these are needle-nose pliers. All right, I didn't learn anything. I learned I need to watch more sports, but I'm getting better every week, so.
You are getting better.
I was
I'll give you
actually
that.
able to have a conversation today about sports. Football, it seems. But don't forget to check everything out, ppnradio.net. Go enjoy your Sunday. Family is important, and we will see you next Sunday. As we say at the end of every show, everybody, stay black, y'all. Good night.
Same.
Ditto.
No pets.
Ditto. Dizzo. Dizzo. All right, let's say goodbye. Let's say goodbye. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Huh?
Talk to Jamie. Tell him to come in next
Can we fire Brian?